Hey, 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 hey. Sorry about being a little late. Just been dealing with the nightmare that is whatever's going on at Christmas. So now I can't go for the few days I plan to. I can only go for the day. But if I happen to be there at 1 minute past midnight, then I'm there on Christmas Day. So that might be my plan. We'll see. It's rubbish. Like, they know about this days ago. Like, they could have done it a lot sooner. Um, yeah, so I'm just going to reply to this, and then we are good to go. Just sorting out plans and what people ask. Nope. Yep. Yep. Making a mess. There we go. Cool. Yeah. So sorry about that. Oh yeah, I was just dealing with the new announcement to do with Christmas and the fact that it's cancelled. Will Halves ran to the shop because now we have a week. Well, we didn't prepare food for. We have no food in the house because we were expecting to go home, and now we can't. Thank you very much, Boris. Um. So yeah. Fun and games, but real life Christmas may be completely ruined, but it doesn't mean it has to be ruined for the birds. So our lovers. So yeah, I can hear it, can't see it. There we go. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna crack on. Yeah. So we can't have real Christmas, but we can say fake bird Christmas. They might even give us an option, maybe something to do with tanks, given how things happen. So last time we did this, where we met the two these guys. If we ask around, we should find some eyewitnesses. Sounds good. What? Huh? Some glass object splinters with a monumental crash behind us as we make for the exit. I turn around and... Yeah, it's these! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! So yeah, we don't want to forget them. So that's where we met men. The next one was with Crazy Angel Dude, who, using the power of Sailor Moon birds, we used the power of friendship and stopped a cannon destroying the school? Something like that. And then I finished off the stream doing these, where this was New Year's Tory Gate, going with each of them. And then you can choose to go with the real parts of the birds. And we went through all the real parts because we found out they're exactly the same, so there's no point doing it twice. Though I do need it for the achievement, so I am gonna crash along there just so I can get a cheeky 100%. We then have I've started this again. No, it's so bad you can't leave this. There we go. Leave. There we go. Yeah, so that was a weird little story about the villain from the second chapter, where he was trying to steal all the beans because he felt left out, that he wasn't getting any beans for Lego Moontines. But we gave him some and everything was okay. So I've been informed that it just gets more and more crazy. So now we're on the last 2 chapters, and let's see what happens. Yeah. The day the night slept, the rule of stars, the dreaming king. The path to his kingdom quietly awakens in the sleeping night sky. We must not miss the train. We cross the glowing river. We follow the obsidian map to the world of shadows. Please enter your name. Well, it is, of course, bird. Lover. Is lover bird okay? Sure. It definitely doesn't decide whether it tells you first name first or your second name first. It just decides to mix it up depending. Which isn't the best. Right, I'm just gonna very quick just check one thing. Oh, it's completely lost. Go. So I've just got a thing up so we don't miss any major plot points. Spoiler-free walkthrough. It just basically tells it. So for this, there is, oh, it's only the 2 endings. Cool. Okay, Nageki, I am not here. Yeah. Oh, it's just Ghost Bird. It's almost the end of the year, and Nageki just came out to me. What are you? I believe I am what you would refer to as a ghost, bound to the place of my death. I mean, I thought we already knew this. Or something like that. I never see him in the library, but I thought he was just a shut-in. I mean, we saw him at the Tory Gate, which I thought was very strange. I never expected this. I've seen 1,000 wonders in my time, but even I'm a little surprised. Of course, he's still Nageki. It's not like we can't be together anymore. No matter who or what he is, he's still my friend. That won't change anything. Oh no, my hat. I need to... There we go. You are very strange, Miss Lover. Shouldn't you pick your friends a little more carefully? What are you talking about? I could be friends with a ghost if I want. Don't you kink shame me. That's all for today. See you all tomorrow. Half days always remind you that it's the end of the semester, huh? Indeed. Perhaps there is a week left. Oh, that's so lonely. I want to stay in class 2-3 a little longer. Whoo! Oxan feels lonely too. Oxan does not want to be thrown out of this classroom. Why not repeat a year if you wish to stay that much? Repeating a year in high school would be a little much. You don't mind, Sakuya? You don't feel bad that we might all split up at the end of the year? Not at all. Group mentality is for the weak. I guess I'm one of the weak then. I hope we'll all be in the same class next year. Yeah, with Mr. Nanaki. Well, I hope to see you all in the spring too. The year is almost over, meaning I'm almost through at the library too. I should be heading over there about now. Oh, could you wait a moment? Huh? We're not done. Sorry, I forgot to tell you all something. They'll be opening the school the night after tomorrow. Opening the school? At night? Is it some sort of school-wide bravery challenge? Grand tournament of guts close to the ear? Perfect to make the blood boil and freshen the parole. Think of the memories we'll make. I don't want to make those memories. Unfortunately, that's not. It's the Astronomy Club's activity night. The Astronomy Club? Meaning, the Astronomy Club used to do a lot of serious observation, but after a while their activities devolved into bonfire mixer parties. Well done, I like it. After a long and circuitous tale, they turned into a cult that worshipped the bonfire as a good, and the student council had to enact punitive measures. Do you want to join our club? It's not a cult, honestly. If you want to hear more about their story, go buy that thing and listen to it. What? You know the thing? The one that isn't out in English? Am I meant to get that? Will we even know what to buy from that description bird? Cool! It's stealth marketing! Stealth marketing! It didn't sound very stealthy to me. A true samurai is never stealthy. So the astronomy club started having activities again. That's right, though the bonfires are still banned. There's going to be a total lunar eclipse at night. We decided, open up the roof so everyone could see. But you don't need to be a member of the astronomy club to come. Everyone's welcome. A lunar eclipse? That sounds exciting. Who knows when another one will happen? I think I'll go. I heard there's going to be a radical lunar eclipse, Nageki. It's a total lunar eclipse, Miss Lover. Not radical lunar eclipse. Nageki's stare is like a frigid wind of a Siberian winter night. Have you ever seen one, Nageki? Perhaps. I may have. I may not have. I do not remember. I suppose he did only just realise that he's dead a few days ago. His memory must be still foggy. They're opening the school at night the day after tomorrow, so we can see it. Want to watch it with me, Nageki? We could have a moon viewing party in the library. Wait, are they actually removing the roof from the library? The moon's going to be eclipsed. I'm not sure how much of a moon viewing party that would be. Wow, what a reality anchor. Wouldn't we have a better view from the roof anyway? Oh yeah, it's going to be open after all. Wait, can you get out of here? If it's to the roof, then yeah. Hold it! What, really? Aren't you trapped in here? Perhaps I didn't tell you. I can't leave the library, but I can move straight up and down. To the chemistry lab directly underneath us, for instance. Mobility vertical only. Brilliant. That's amazing. I'll have to train my legs so that one day I can move like that too. So you better join us on the roof. Yep. Yay, that's amazing, Nageki. Really? I'm not sure what good it does us. Just think about it. We can go sunbathing on the roof during lunch breaks and stuff. I'm getting excited already. I suppose so. But you're always taking naps on the library windows. So anyway, I don't think it'd be all that different. Jeez, Nageki. Isn't a change of scene supposed to be romantic? Anyway, let's watch the eclipse together, if you want to. Well, alright. Yay! Yay! You're awfully enthusiastic. Of course I am. I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, right. Please be aware, the episode contains spoilers of the Unamagi clan by Yozo Sashishi. If you're reading it or plan to read it, you may want to wait until after you play this game. Otherwise, enjoy the ride. Wait, what? It's actually got a spoiler warning for a book. The promised night of the total lunar eclipse, and not a cloud in the sky, perfect for a moon viewing party. I'm not sure it's exactly a moon viewing party, but I'm glad it's clear. The weather report said it might get cloudy after all. It's cold up here, so make sure to stay warm, everyone. I see you even brought a blanket, sir. Yes, this blanket always helps me relax. Wake up, you fool! Aren't you supposed to be a chaperone? Looks like the regular crew is all here. Meeting up at school at night like this is also exciting. Coo! It's a full moon! Oxan's prestige heritage awakens! Cuckoo! Can you feel your bestial inner sleeves calling, bird, Nageki? My inner beast self? I don't think I have one. I can, Oxan. Oh no, I can, Oxan. My beast hunter gatherer. My hunter gatherer blood boils. Looking at you, I almost wonder if there ever really was a time when humans ruled the earth, Miss Lover. Cuckoo! Oxan think bird is probably not human. No, I am human. I still haven't decided whether these are really big birds or I'm just a small human. Can the others even see him? Oxan doesn't seem to be having any trouble. I've heard that animals can see ghosts, so maybe the same is true of older breeds. What about Ryuta? Oh, hi, Nageki. I thought you only ever showed up in the library. Indeed. You can see him just fine. Maybe Ryuta and I are attuned with the paranormal. Sakuya? Is there really someone there? Yep. You can't see him. A kind of skinny mourning dove? I am not surprised. Most birds haven't paid any attention to me until now. I'm not sure I believe it. Is this a joke? No. Though if I were, I bet you'd fall for it completely. Ooh, only birds who are pure of heart can see him. Oxan is pure. What do you mean to mock me, you filthy mongrel? Ah, jeez, don't fight, you two. Doves aren't usually nocturnal, are they? Why do they all have so much energy? Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Ah, these two have too much energy as well. I hoped they would calm down once Christmas was past, but it seems they have become excited in the response to any sort of special event. Doctor, you're here to see the eclipse too? I suppose I am. It's certainly an interesting phenomenon. These two insisted on seeing it. Merry Christmas! It's hide and seek! Mr. Moon is playing hide and seek! Well, everyone seems to be having fun. It's almost midnight. Look at the sky, everyone. It should start soon. Nageki! It's starting! Don't need to shout. I can hear you perfectly well. You'll bother the neighbours. Oh, it's the middle of the night. I forgot. Nageki? Can I sit next to you? Go ahead. I can't tell if his feathers are warm or cold. I can barely even tell that I'm touching them at all. It could just be my imagination. But sitting here, gazing up at the night sky, he looks happier than usual. Seeing his face makes me feel warm inside. It must be all my imagination. The eclipse is starting. He's gonna, like, get superpowers or something, isn't he? Alright, we're on a train, apparently. I can see no one else on the train. It's very quiet. Is this the last train? It's dark outside. I look up and address the dove leaning his head on the window opposite. Don't stick your head out too far, Nageki. I won't. It looks so strange outside. What are those lights flying by? Are we next to a river? I think so. A river of stars, that is. A river of stars? The Milky Way. Those are stars, you see. Also, that's it. I see blue stars, green ones, and all colours. Blue, green, you know, the rest of them. There are indeed a great variety. Nageki takes a black planisphere out of nowhere and points at it. We're here, near Cygnus. Wait, what? Is that a constellation? That's right. Maybe you know it as the Swan. Oh, yes. I know that one. So Cygnus is the Swan. I never knew. The bright one we just passed is Deneb. I think we'll see Alibero in a few minutes. You know a lot, Nageki. I was always told that every hunter-gatherer needs to be able to find Polaris, but other than that, I don't know any of them. If we passed its tail, we are nearing ahead. We must be travelling from north to south. But the Swan is a summer constellation. It's a little early for us to be seeing it in the northern hemisphere. It's still the third semester after all. Wait, Nageki. When do we get onto the train? I mean, it took you long enough. Who knows? Where are we going? I don't know. The train is going through outer space? It would seem so. Wait, what do I do? Are we finally on a date in outer space and I forgot my spacesuit? What will happen if I go into a vacuum without my spacesuit on? Will I explode? The window's been open the entire time. Close it, Nageki! Before we explode. Calm down, Miss Lover. It's all alright. This is probably just a dream. A dream? That's right. Nageki can move vertically, but he still can't leave the school. There's no way we could be on a train together. What are we doing? Astronomy. Alright. We were watching the eclipse on the roof with everyone. Does this mean we fell asleep in the middle of the eclipse? Perhaps. It's a little bit cliche, but you could try pinching your cheek. Oh yes. It doesn't hurt. Feels kind of unsatisfying. I feel the same as always. But if you don't feel normal, this must be a dream. I see. That's too bad. Going on a trip with you would have been so much fun. But if it's just a dream, I don't mind if it is. I continue staring out the window at the pale stars. It seems more open than usual. I guess he's right. We should enjoy ourselves, even if it's just a dream. We'll be checking tickets now. Please have them ready if the conductor comes by. Howdy there. Please show me your tickets. Conductor appears without a sound. I never felt him coming. He's as good as the doctor. Wait, have I met you somewhere before? Could be. I see too many people every day to know. I really feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Have we? Anyway, tickets please. Tickets? I mean, we have to pay a ride on the train even though this is a dream? Oh, I see you have a scorpion flame, sir. The planisphere gets you for free. Wow, you get a free ride? I don't remember getting this anywhere. Of course not. Scorpion flame is a treasure passed down only to the chosen ones. Space can be a dangerous place for someone without one of those. Take good care of it. Never ever give it to anyone, no matter how they ask. Okay. It's a far cry from what a middle schooler might use in a science fair project. It looks antique and valuable. The stars aren't printed on the surface, and instead glitter, almost with their own light. Are those real gemstones? And you, miss? You don't have a planisphere, do you? I need to pay my fare? Of course you do. Only the one with the planisphere gets on for free. Oh, what a financially troubling dream. What do? Do I have anything I could use as a ticket? What is that? It's the fortune I drew at Temple on New Year's. You've been holding on to it for a while. Ah, that's a ticket for the green car. It is. You can stay here if you want, but you could move to the celebrity car. See you around. What a convenient dream. A train will be stopping for a few minutes to wait for signals. So there are traffic signals in outer space? It would seem so. Though, one would think that with so much room, they could arrange it so the train would never have to stop. Yeah. Oh, Nageki! There's a station. We're not really trying to get anywhere anyway. Want to get off? Station? Didn't they just say we were stopping to wait for signals? Well, there's a platform and everything. Look, it says Southern Cross Line, the King Station. Let's get off. Okay, let's go. Oh, what the yuck is this? Wow, it's wonderful. It's like we're in a fairy tale. What a pretty town, Nageki. I'm getting excited already. Indeed, it's almost like we're dreaming. We are. Take a look. We can take a look around a little, right? Let's see what there is to see and then get back to the train. It's not like we're headed anywhere in particular. That's true, but the station's gone. I turn around and the station is indeed gone. The aged platform has disappeared, leaving only the palely glowing tracks running off into the distance. Maybe this is like that thing in adventure games where we can't leave until we've completed some more events. Who knows? We can't leave this star for now anyway. In that case, we'll just have to see its sights. Where do you want to go? We don't have a map, so we should wander around. This makes me feel like a save is needed. I don't think the planisphere will help us find our way around this star. I'm fine with anywhere. Anywhere you want to go, Miss Lover. So I get to be his escort. Leave it to me. My other hunter-gatherer instincts are telling me... Excuse me? You must be guests from far away. Welcome to the Holiday Star. It's the name of the game. Be addressed by a somewhat vague-looking dove. You must be a local. This is the Holiday Star? That's right, the Holiday Star. A happy name. Very happy indeed. We celebrate our holiday, which never ends. This is a happy star. This must be your first time here. Why not go pay your respects to the ruler of the planet, the Dreaming King, our lord. Meeting the king already? What a forward king he must be. Is that the palace in the distance where he lives? Yes, it is. If you head straight for the line atop its tower, you'll be there before you know it. Getting invited to see the king as soon as we arrive is definitely VIP treatment. Let's go! What is going on? The palace was impressive from the outside, but it's even more kingly on the inside. The citizen we talked to earlier said the king would be here, but His Royal Highness the king. Hello, I am the king. Did he just announce himself? Maybe that's how they do things around here. Is that the king? The crowned bird sets itself on his magnificent wonky throne. He doesn't seem dignified, or maybe he seems a little humble, or... At any rate, he's a very forward king. You are the king! Look at him! Yes! The king of the star! He's very assertive in an extremely plain way. The king asked, "Are you from the outside?" You have a very nice planisphere. Yeah, we're from Little Dove Hatchiman City, from St. Pigeonations. It sparkles, it is pretty. The king thought he would like it. This? That's so rude. How can you ask for someone's things as soon as you meet them? Are you a selfish character, Mr. King? That was too harsh, Miss Lover. You've made the king sad. He's kind of a wimpy king. You can't have this, though. I was told not to give it to anyone. I'm sorry. The king does not mind. The king is not crying. The king asked, would you listen to the king's request instead? Request? The king and his people are troubled. Troubled by the new restaurant at the edge of the Crystal Forest. I would think that restaurant's opening at Taurus Straw would be perfectly normal. The birds who go into the new restaurant don't come out. They go in, but never come out. Once they go in, they don't come back out. Those who go out can't go in. Wait, what? Do you understand? So people are disappearing inside the restaurant. Well, this got creepy awfully quickly. The king was very scared. The king cried. The king asked you, who have come from the outside, if you could investigate. I guess wandering travellers always get asked to run errands if they talk to the king, no matter where and when they are. What do you think, Nageki? Should we accept? We don't have any other plans. This could kill some time. It's getting really loud. An investigation which smacks of intrigue and danger could kill some time. You're awfully bold, Nageki. I like the cut of your jib. Understood, Mr. King. Leave it to us. We've been walking, following the king's somewhat inexact directions for about half an hour. This is the crystal forest the king mentioned? Do appear to be crystals. Of course, with everything in the kingdom as sparkly as it is, this forest really doesn't stand out at all. That is correct. This is the crystal forest. Ooh. Jeez, he started mine. Does no one here know how to make their presence known beforehand? If this is the crystal forest, then the restaurant should be nearby. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Oh no. Happy New Year! Miru, Kaku are hungry! Wait. Miru? Kaku? What's wrong? Did you suddenly turn into New Year's characters? You do realise New Year's Day is over already too, right? When is this based? Merry Christmas! That's true. Merry Christmas! Miru and Kaku felt lonely because everyone forgot about Christmas. Merry Christmas! But Christmas will always live on in Miru and Kaku's hearts. Oh good. It would be really a little too much for them to suddenly change themes that soon after being introduced. Why is this getting so meta? Do you know these white things? Alright, you've never met them. They're Miru and Kaku. They're white things that look kind of like doves but aren't. How vague. Well, I don't really know just what they are yet either, to be honest. It's fine. I'm Nageki. Nice to meet you two. Merry Christmas! Nageki! Nageki! Nice to meet you! Anyway, unexpected to see you, even in this dream. What are you doing? Are you still looking for trees? Merry Christmas! No, Miru and Kaku have a terrible problem. Miru and Kaku are hungry! Merry Christmas! Hungry, hungry! It's Miru and Kaku, we're going to a restaurant, yay! No, wait. Too late. Miru and Kaku vanished deep into the forest. This must be another one of those flags. After them. And so Nageki and I ran through the forest after the disastrously hungry Miru and Kaku. This is the restaurant Miru and Kaku were headed for then. Sign says Chateau Chunka. Oh, I wonder who's going to be in here. I have a terrible feeling about this. That name can't be a coincidence. Or maybe it's just my imagination. Well, if this is the restaurant the king was talking about, we need to investigate. Nageki looks to me as he's asking what we should do next. March straight in the front door, of course. It doesn't look like a restaurant. A passage, a door, and a sign. It's a little plain. Maybe they're closed. The signpost says, "This shop has many orders. Please be patient." Huh? Does that mean there are a lot of customers so we might have to wait? There isn't anywhere for a queue, though. What do we do? What if it's reservation only? We're here as investigators. I don't think we need a reservation. Okay, let's keep going. We open the door to reveal an identical plain corridor. Another door, another sign, and Mira and Kaku in a bucket. Merry Christmas! Warm and steamy! Warm and steamy! What are you two doing? Taking a bath? Merry Christmas! Following instructions! Look, Miss Lover. Geki points at the sign. Please clean yourselves here. How sanitary. This restaurant was catered to celebrities. So we may hope. Merry Christmas! Next room! Next room! Yay! Mira and Kaku, looking a little glossier than usual, head through the door. This place is like an onion. Go further in and it looks exactly the same. There's another sign as well. Please rub this cream into your hands, feet and face, from the tip of your feathers all the way into your skin. Cream? Before eating? I've never been to a high-class restaurant before. Do celebrities always put moisture on before eating? Merry Christmas, Creamy Kaku! Oh my god. They're covered in it. Merry Christmas! On to the next room with excitement and dampness, yay! They run through the door, still covered in the cream. Oh dear, they're leaving footprints. And surprise, surprise, it's another passageway with another sign. All those orders must have been hard to follow. What a pity. So then the one that said there were a lot of orders didn't mean orders to the restaurant, but orders from the restaurant, yes. I'm not taking instructions for some greasy diner. I do what I want. This is the last order. Please rub this salt all over your bodies. Let's get Christmas. Hi, Yee. Yeah, well, we can't have Christmas anymore, so this is the best. This is the closest I can do. So, just got back from Sainbows. Are you stocked up like us after we realised that we've now got no food? Sweet. Was that on offer? I'm annoyed they unstocked wings. I want wings. Oh, man. Yeah. So, on top of the cream? So tomorrow is the quest for wings. It's like Bankai or anything open. The takeaway things. Actually, no, my mate works at that one now. Yeah, my mate works at Bankai now, and she says they're not open anymore. How lame. Yeah, new tier 3. Might level up to tier 4. It's completely ruined my Christmas plans. It's well annoying. But I'm not really sure what I'm going to do now. My current plan is to, like, go home at, like, 12:01 at midnight. Because officially I'm still on there, but then I'm still there for the morning. So that's probably what I'm end up going to do. But, like, it means you can't get drunk at Christmas. So, Celebrity do some pretty weird stuff. This would be torture if you had a paper cut or something. Gloria's going to drive me now. Oh, that's cool. That's good. Yeah, I'm drinking. Ah, that's good. I remember you saying about your, you got to get your mojitos. Merry Christmas! Ow, it's in my eye! I'm like, what is going on with these? Are you two okay? Cream, salt, and tears. It is like Christmas. I almost feel bad for the floor. It is in a rather sorry state now. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! But that was the last one. Merry Christmas! Mira and Kaku get to eat now! Yay! They go inside the next room, leaving a trail of salt and sadness. This is just my life. Leaving a trail of salt and sadness. The janitor will probably have a nervous breakdown. The sign, Miss Lover. Hmm? There is more written on it. We are so sorry for all that. You did very well. Now go ahead. We'll be so happy to have you for dinner. Well, that ended on an awfully polite note, or really creepy. You think so? It says they'll be happy to have us, see? Polysmer is a terrible thing. Nageki stares at me coldly. Stop it. You'll leave a hole. You are reading have you to mean have you over, yes? I suppose so. What else could it mean? What does it mean to have something for dinner, Miss Lover? I think it means Mira and Kaku are the main course. What? Oh no, thanks for the explanation. Now we need to hurry. Coming through. The passage from the entrance leads straight into the kitchen. This is a bit much. Merry Christmas! Ow, ow! They're being boiled. Are you two okay? Merry Christmas! This bath is too hot. Can't they turn it down a little? Looks like we're in time. Just wait a minute, you two. I'll have the temperature down in no time, then you can enjoy your bath. Why don't we just get out? Ah, you are noisy. Are you with them? Called it. Absolutely called it. Why? In a chef's hat. What is with this game? I'm just adding really random clothing to the pigeons. I knew it would be you. Does your cruelty know no bound even in dreams, Doctor? Why can't you at least be nice while I'm asleep? Do you not think I should behave in your dreams as you would expect me to? I guess so, but... Now then, it is not yet your turn. I ask you to be quiet while you wait. Also, it would appear that you have not followed all the instructions. Please return to the entrance and start over. He has a knife, Miss Lover. Let's get out of here. You're a ghost. Humans who'd be scared of a butter knife like that died out long ago. Bam, bam. What should I do? Right golden lightning spiral kick. Take this, right golden lightning spiral kick. Not only do you not follow orders, but you also damage my hardwood floor? You dodged it? Miss Lover, watch out. You have not adequately cleaned yourself, but there is no helping it. Become sashimi. Oh. Great. Alright, let's try this again. Legendary left Tempest uppercut. Take this, legendary left Tempest uppercut. Ah, aha, I knew you were weak on your right side, Doctor. Know the enemy, and you need not fear the result of 100 battles. I had not accounted for this. Did not expect a human as strong as you to come to my restaurant. We're taking Mira and Kaku back now. You're closing this restaurant. You've been making the king worry, you know? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Very well. I shall defer to your impressive physique. Don't worry, I shall spend some time coming up with a new way of harvesting ingredients. He's not even trying to hide the fact he's aiming to be back open. Make sure you get permission from the king when you reopen, okay? Is that it? That's for that then. Are you okay, Mirakaku? Merry Christmas! Mirakaku are warm and steamy! Merry Christmas! Mirakaku got to eat vegetables from the bath! They're still a little on the rare side. That's good. Merry Christmas! Mira and Kaku are going to burn off some calories now. Yay! Some people just never slow down. I'm so hungry. To be hungry is to be sad. It just keeps going. Oh my, a restaurant. Wait, don't go in. What's wrong? Can't go in here. It's closed right now. What? No. And I thought I'd finally get to eat some corn. The king thought this restaurant was suspicious. You aren't from around here, are you? No, I'm not. I'm a migrant. I'm on a journey now. A journey? Did you come here on the train, sir? That's right. I'd never seen this star before, so I decided to look around. Ah, journeys are wonderful. So many things to see. Being hungry is terrible. so sad. Suppose I'll keep looking for food then. Goodbye. Nageki and I watched the migrant wander back into the forest. If he'd been 5 minutes earlier, he might have ended up on a spit. A lucky fellow. Definitely. And so we solved the case of the vanishing restaurant goers. What do we do now? Without a goal, we should... probably go report to the king. He must still be worried. Oh, of course. Let's go back to the palace then. We'll be walking more. Is that okay with you, Nageki? Yeah, I like walking with you. He's so quiet, I haven't realised. I'm glad he's enjoying himself anyway. Come to think of it, being able to go on a journey and walk around the outside like this must be a real dream come true for him. It is a dream after all. Wouldn't it be nice if this dream lasted forever, Nageki? We will wake up in the morning comes. It has to end eventually. I know. But until then, I want to keep walking around with you, Miss Lover. Me too. But now we can just walk back to the king's palace. The king said that will not be necessary. Oh, it's the king. It's the forward king. You appeared to be out of nowhere, just like your citizens, Mr. King. Your Majesty, we defeated the owner of the restaurant. The restaurant is closed now. There's nothing to worry about. The king is very grateful. Thank you, guests from far away. Thank you. You're welcome. The king would like to reward you. Please accept the king's gift. Ah, it's a pretty gem. What is it? A garnet. Comes from the French word for pomegranate. Looks a little bit like a pomegranate, I guess. But the king is still troubled. The king asked, will you listen to the king's next request? You must be having an awful lot of trouble for how peaceful this planet seems. What do you think? We don't have anything else to do we? I'll let you decide. Well, heroes are supposed to complete quests set before them, right? What's your next request, Mr. King? The flowers in the garden are going to be blown away. Oh, the flowers in the garden. Blown away? Is there a typhoon coming? The garden is going to explode. What kind of garden is this? The king is very scared. The king is crying. Even I would be a little unsettled if my garden was going to explode. Let's help him, Miss Lover. Leave it to us, Mr. King. We're back in the city, but where do you think the explosive garden is? Who knows? I don't see anything likely here. Maybe it's on the outskirts of town. And this time we might not know even if we see it. We should have gotten the king to show us the way. The flowers blew up. The garden exploded. Well, they've fucking fucked out, didn't they? Geki, look. A crowd of panicking citizens is trying to run away from something, like rats from a burning sewer pipe. That analogy is a bit mean, Miss Lover. We'll probably find the garden if we go towards whatever they're running from. Is this the explodey thing? What is this lunacy? Do you mean to tell me that blowing up gardens is common practice on this barbaric star? Sakuya, huh? Did something like this happen a few weeks ago? It's a nice garden aside from the holes. Ah, poor Sakuya. Gets to be a booming victim even in Dreamland. This is dreadful, and I have important tea party scheduled for local celebrities today. This disgrace will besmirch the Lebel family name. Oh, he's hosting a tea party here. Jeez, he should have invited me too. Though I'm not a celebrity. Do you know who did this? I haven't the slightest. There has been no suspicious activity. The garden blew up by itself. So, time bomb set before anyone got here? That's some awfully meticulous terrorism for a fairy tale world. Have you already made enemies who want to ruin your name out of this planet, Sakuya? Do you mock me? Perhaps you may not have noticed that this is a dream and it only just started. I have only been here for a few hours. How could I possibly have made enemies? I think Sakuya's snobby, aristocratic attitude could make him all kinds of enemies within the space of a single conversation. But then again, none of the people here seem particularly short-tempered. If it's not someone settling a grudge, then who and why? Maybe they have some other far deeper motive than we're just... What? Confound it! More explosions! Miss Lover, get down! Is there another tank? Every episode needs to have a tank, apparently. Wow, more holes. Good. Show yourselves, terrorists. Cowards! That's right. Come out and fight us like men. Wait. Someone's coming through. Yeah. It looks like I've arrived at last. You here? Salutations, mon ami! So you're here too. This is no time for salutations, you insufferable mongrel! What have you done to my beautiful garden? Oh, looks like I blew most of it up. Sorry, Sakuya. Looks like? What do you mean, looks like? Take responsibility for your actions, you filthy mongrel curl. Look at what you've done! My garden is nothing but holes. Sorry. I had a little bit of trouble finding the entrance, you see. There's a gate right over there. Yeah, you. Why did you go through all this? Aha, I guess that's what happens when you enjoy your job too much. Stop laughing, you fiend. Anyway, I'm happy to see you. As your brother, I do worry about how you're doing, even in a dream. Adio. What? He disappeared? He just fell into the hole. Yeah. Are you alright? There's no reply. It's just a hole. What's that all about? Down a hole he created himself. Serves him right to literness cure. I wonder where he went. Looks like a rabbit hole. So maybe he's in Wonderland. Oh my. Can you hear me, Sasuke? I want you to sit down there in the dark and think about what you've done. Looks like the exploding garden was just you engaging in a little accidental terrorism while trying to find the entrance. Do you think that's all, Nageki? Probably. We don't have to stick around any longer anyway. Yes, quest completed. On to the next one. So we solved another one of the king's problems, did we? We've been here for a while now. Time always passed strangely in dreams. Really? You can have a dream that seems like it lasts for months, in a single 10-minute nap after all, right? I don't know. I don't usually remember my dreams. Oh, do ghosts dream at all? I can't speak for the ghosts, but I sleep and I dream. Is that so? Hello again. Is this the right way to the tea party? Mr. Migrant, I've heard there's a tea party in the garden just outside of town. And there's supposed to be a fine black tea and cake. To tell the truth, I prefer rice cookies and coffee, but any food sounds good right now. Unfortunately, the tea party's cancelled. What? The garden got targeted by a terrorist attack. I think it was celebrities anyway, so a guest as ratty as you would probably have gotten thrown out. Ah, is that so? The city is a cold, heartless place. Cheer up, mister. Common people like us are immobile. The cruel upper classes can tread on us and grind us into the dirt, but we'll always spring back up like weeds. It's not much, but here. No? Nageki hands the migrant 3 sugar cubes. I picked them up in the Milky Way. What? They were mixed in with the stars. I've heard that diamonds and sugar cubes float through the Milky Way along with the stars. This must be some of those. Are you sure? Yes. They're not much, but maybe they'll be enough for now. Thank you. Now I can continue my journey. I'll repay you someday, somehow. The self-styled migrant jauntily flutters away. He's always just a little bit off. I bet whenever he goes to the store, the thing he looks for is sold out. I hadn't realised there were sugar cubes floating in the Milky Way, though. Science right here. If I'd known, I would have looked for them while we were on the train. Where to next? We completed our goal again. That's the King's queue. His Royal Highness, the King! He's here. The bird who was blown up the garden fell down a hole and disappeared. Though there were lots of holes in the garden. What is that? The king might try and eat me. The king is relieved. People who disturb the peace are scary. Huh? So what happened to the king's head? Did I imagine that? Exactly. It's time for the king's reward. Please accept the king's jewel. Ah, it's so pretty and blue. What's it called? Lapis lazuli. He really does know everything. king said, please listen to the king's next request. Fire away, Highness. Don't you think you should word yourself more carefully, Miss Lover? Since you're getting to play the heroine for once. Did I? The king is very troubled. It looks like it might rain. So the king is in a terrible position. Rain? Have you considered an umbrella, sir? It has never rained here since the kingdom was created. But there are dark clouds gathering at the summit of Mount Pudding. Oh. Mount Pudding. I know who will meet there already. Mount Pudding is a tall, tall mountain. Clouds at its peak might slip off and slide down and come to the king's palace. It'll be a problem if the palace gets wet. It looks sturdy enough. It would probably just be fine in a storm, never mind a little rain. The king is troubled. If the king's palace gets wet... Oh, he's done his weird face again. The king would cry. And another head again just now, didn't he? It looks normal now, I think. Must have been in my imagination. Nope, I saw that as well. Why would you stop crying because it's raining? The heroine in a J-pop song or a Shudo manga might do something like that. Maybe the king is a delicate maiden at heart. Do not worry, your highness. I will protect your fragile heart from the cool weather. To Mount Pudding! After a long, perilous journey over valley and mountain, hill and dale, through dungeons deep and caverns old, Nageki and I revive at Mount Pudding. Arrive. It's even more pudding than its name had led to imagine. Looking at it, well, I really can't think of another name than Mount Pudding. Cuckoo! Calm down, San. Going berserk now won't fix anything. Ah! Oh, he's got a big... Look at this. He's got a crown, he's got wings. He's dressed up as a nun with a bleeding cross. Oh my. Okasan. I knew we'll see him here. I thought Okasan would be here, but I haven't quite expected you, Ryuta. Oh, hello, bird. So you're here too, and Nageki? So it would seem. I see, I guess you two are together even in the stream, huh? We arrived on the same train. We're a dynamic duo on a quest for the king. What about you? I guess I'm the Volatriz of Pudding. And the role comes with a new costume. This time he gets to be a nun. So that means Okasan is... Cool! Okasan is the beloved guardian deity of Mount Pudding. Incidentally, what does he need those things on his back for? Are the gods supposed to be calm and composed? Cuckoo! It's not the time for being calm. The rain is coming. Weather usually changes quickly in the mountains, so if we wait, it should be clear again eventually. Cool! Waiting is not an option. Okasan's pudding would be renless gooey. Sounds like the rain would be a problem for you too, Okasan. The king said the rain has never fallen here, so there must be something behind it. It might not go away even if we wait. Ooh, rain is bad. Okasan shall blow the clouds away. You're never going to get rid of rain clouds by flapping at them, San. And if the clouds get blown down the mountain, the king will be sad. We need to think of another way. The clouds are coming from the summit. Let's climb the mountain and see what's up there. Okay. Ah, it's more of a climb than I expected. I never realised the pudding was hard to climb up. Suppose it was very slippery. Are you doing okay? You didn't get tired? Not at all. I flew. This is a true separator of birds and men. Well, we're at the top, and there's something suspicious right over there. It's like in the Ugamani clan. Nageki, what do we do? This isn't a fairy tale, it's a murder mystery. It's Tsukiyuku. The corpse upside down in the water was a diversion by the real culprit. People get it mixed up all the time, but the Iganami Tsukiyuku wasn't the man in the white mask or the corpse in the water. So this is what the spoiler warning was for. But even with a warning, it's bad form to go telling people the answer to puzzles and mysteries, Nageki. Don't do that. Anyway, if you get... I'm losing my mind. Anyway, if you stay stuck in the caramel for too long, he'll suffocate. Let's help him. Alright, you get one leg, I'll take the other. Ah, I can breathe again at last. Oh, it's the sleepy dude. Oh, he's covered in caramel. He's like a walking ant trap. We've been bumping into people who were at the observation so far, so you're Mr. Nanaki, right? No, that's not right. I'm Nemo. Nemo? So your name is Nemo? Yes, that's right. I'm Nemo, and I've lost something. I've lost something and I can't find it, so I think I might cry. Hey Nageki, do you think the rain's getting heavier? Definitely. More clouds are gathering. Where should I look? I think I dropped it in this swamp. I look and I can't find it, and now I feel sad. The sky sheds tears for you, Mr. Nemo. How poetic. Well, I think that's about where we are. There's no need to think realistically. To get rid of the clouds, maybe we need to solve Nemo's problem. What are you looking for, Mr. Nemo? We'll help you find it. You will? Really? That's so nice of you. I've lost my name. Your name? Hence Nemo. How do you lose your own name? I told you, Miss Lover. Logical thought will get us nowhere. What does your name look like? I wonder what does it look like? I'll ask the questions here, bub. I don't know, I can't see anything. Because your eyes are full of caramel? No, that's not it. I don't have eyes. I ate them, you see? That's not good. What? If a bird eats its own beak, it will die, but if it sees its own eyes, it'll be fine. Every time Tsuryuko here opens his mouth, he does terrible, terrible things to our fairy tale atmosphere. Everything he says is way too surreal. Not really. The macabre is a long-standing tradition in fairy tales, after all. Anyway, I think I heard my name falling into the mud here. We can't see anything through the caramel sauce. Do I just so to happen be carrying anything convenient tools that perfectly suited for the job? Nageki, I have a pond fishing set with me. Of course. Of course. Keep one of those on your person. Doesn't your tummy ever get the rumblies that only a raw pond smelt can cure? No. No one understands me. Ah. Anyway, maybe we can catch Mr. Nemo's name with this. I've got something. I've got something. That's impressive, Miss Lover. What is it? Hang on, I'll have it up here in a second. Look, it's an early Alice. A strawberry in the pudding. Mr. Nemo, your name is Early Alice. Don't think it is. Pretty sure that's not it. Oh well, I guess there's nothing for it. Catch, release, and try again. A bite. This is a big one. Certainly pulling quite hard. Here, let me help you. Please do. We got it. This is Everbearing Alexandra. Mr. Nemo. Your name is Everbearing Alexandra. Nope, I'm not a strawberry. Beggars can't be choosers, Mr. Nemo. God, how stubborn can you get? So I'm fishing in a pudding. We continue fishing, but we only ever catch strawberries. Just what is Mr. Nemo's name? I guess we're not finding it. Don't start feeling down, Mr. Nemo. You'll make the rain worse. We might not find it at this rate. Maybe we should give you a new one. A new name for Mr. Nemo? What could solve the problem? I hadn't thought of that. I guess it's empty from the eyelids back. What? That's all we need to do? A new name. How about Late Lucy, Early Rosie? I told you I'm not a strawberry. Oh, I got stuck in strawberry mode. I can't think of anything. How about you? You're leaving that something that important to me? What's your idea, right? You could probably come up with a better one than I could. What about Hitori? Hitori? That's an odd name. Can't remember well, but I think a long time ago when I was alive, someone very important to me was named Hitori. Are you sure you want to give me a name? Is that precious to you? I don't mind. I can't remember anyway. Might as well have it. Hitori. 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 I am Hitori. Yes, that's right. Thank you. I can't see you, but I can tell that you two are the most wonderful birds I've ever met. I won't ever forget this. Not bird. I wonder how I can thank you. Do I have anything? Oh, here, let me give you this. Please take it. Another stone. It's a topaz. I feel very sunny and warm now. I always have to take a nap in the forest when I feel like this. A thoroughly carameled Hitori, Nemo, happily leaves the mountain. The rain has stopped. The king and the guardian deity won't have to worry about it now. The king is probably shaking and crying in his castle right about now. Let's give him the good news. Your Highness, we're back. We're not exactly going to a friend's house, Miss Lover. Shouldn't we be a little more decorative? Where is your decorum? Should I? I'm already thinking of the king as a friend, though. You must have an awful lot of friends. His Royal Highness, the king. The king was very scared of the rain. The king cried. I knew it. Don't worry, Your Majesty. The rain's all gone now, so it's okay. Is this truly so? Take a look outside. The king is relieved. The king was afraid the fire would go out. The fire? That must be the light we saw earlier. Thanks to you two, the king's land is now more peaceful once more. The king has no more troubles. The king said, will you hear the king's final request? Even if you're out of troubles? The king really wants that planisphere. Mine? No, I was told not to give it away, no matter what. Oh. Hope your eyes won't help you, Your Majesty. No means no. The king was very sad. Could you give the king just one star from the planisphere's face? One of the stars? Stars are represented by gemstone shards. You could probably pull one out. What do you want to do, Nageki? Even a single star is still part of the planisphere. What do you think, Miss Lover? I suppose that's true. The king has been giving us gems the entire time, so just one would be fine. That's reasonable enough. The king asked, will you give the king a star for the planisphere? Alright, I will. Pick one. The king said the king would like this one here. The king was very grateful. Thank you, guests from far away. You're welcome. I guess we're really done with the king's request now. Yeah, the night is almost over, Miss Lover. Let's go outside. Now everything's on fire. The abyss of the night sky is a little brighter when we go outside. The sky is so beautiful just before dawn. And I love the air at this time of day. Do you always get up before dawn, Miss Lover? A hunter has to be awake and ready before the first light touches the ground. I see. It must be tiring. Dawn. When morning comes, this dream too shall pass. Nageki, I'm really happy we got to have this adventure together, even if it was just for one night. I'll always remember this dream. Ready? Cross my heart and hope dare to die. I'm glad I got to walk with you too. Thank you. The real world, Nageki, can never leave the school. But one day, I want to take her out like this again. So much earth I wish you could see. It's the start of a new day, Nageki. And I'll see you in the library soon. Yes. It's dawn. Goodbye, Miss Lover. Huh? Wait a minute. Where's the sun? What about our dramatic build-up? That's odd. Dawn is supposed to come after pre-dawn, isn't it? Wherever you travels, there's talking about. Everyone knows midnight comes after pre-dawn. And after that dusk, then midnight again, then pre-dawn, then midnight. Time swings back and forth like a pendulum after all. We are trapped. The sun will not rise. The dream will never end. Ooh. Alright. Oh no, we have to have more of that then. Is that right? Oh boy. What's this? Midnight attack of the nightmare. The gathering of the brilliant light shall take place in the promised land, in the darkest hour when the eye of heaven closes. Can the crimson fallen angel overcome his trials and arrive in time? The season of ice, which freezes the spirit of light tree, has almost come to an end. The awakening is near. A new life shall bud and grow. Those of pure heart may fall victim to the servant of darkness. I must take this opportunity to investigate the dark sorcerer Wallenstein's actions. Oh, hello, Higure. Are you here to turn in your supplementary assignment? No, no. It's not yet the time. My crimson breast tells me so. It's due tomorrow. Make sure you finish it in time. Ah, a painful test. Is there no way out? Nope. Arr. Don't worry, if there's anything you're really having trouble with, you can ask when you hand it in. Oh, you'll be coming to the observation tonight, Hugo. What? Will there be a gathering of the brilliant light? Yeah, that's right. It's a total lunar eclipse. They're opening up the roof tonight, so we can all watch. Don't be late, so make sure you dress warmly if you come, okay? My evil scarlet eye reflects a dreadful spectacle. The dead on all sides. No, the frenzied moon was the cause of it all. We must not repeat this tragedy. The dark tree, Rufia, can wait. I must prepare for the gathering of the brilliant light. Is this his bedroom? The pancetta of blue vagina. Lunio carmine. The legendary sacred bow, holy slasher. Will I require anything more? On nights where the moon is swallowed by darkness, the barrier between the world of the surface and that which is hidden beneath it, Sitena grows within. A terrible light shall descend when the eye of the heaven closes. As if the forbidden epic relates, the name that of the threat alone can control the great vastness of darkness. His mum. Yoshio, aren't you going to see the moon tonight? Are you going to eat before you go? I will eat, and then I will go. Come down in 30 minutes then, okay? When are you leaving the house? At 11! Even if I fall asleep, then wake me! Okay! Thank you, Mum! Gaze into the dark void of space, O holy slasher. You and I together shall pierce these accursed midnight heavens. My crimson insides are replete with the silver beginnings. To think that the nighttime demon known as fatigue would be so hard to conquer. Perhaps it was a mistake to partake in that savoury dinner before the battle. No, not yet. Persevere, O weak and unreliable eyelids. Nonsense! I am the Crimson Angel of Judicata. I shall not be vanquished so easily. Where's she going to go to school, Yoshio? It's past 11. Yoshio! Yoshio, wake up! Oh, Yoshio, you're going to sleep, at least get into your bed. There we go. So that's what happened to him, was it? These weird side stories are just weird. Oh. Yipper weird. You something we told, though I thought you probably would do, though you thought my new odd me believed our or something you would why I you'd is me. Please enter your name. Bird. Lover. Is a lover bird okay? So look, I did it the other way this way around, and it still's done it. It's still set it that way around. Oh well, it's fine. Ah, at last the day has come. Oh, it's this, guys. The day of my final victory over you, Isasuma. I know you are here tonight. My heart flutters just imagining your ungainly form prostrating itself in fear. Look up at the night sky. The stars, the moon, they all gave me their blessings in this, the decisive moment of artistry. Never mind, I seem to have clouded over. I can't wait for whoever tried to read the atmosphere, just at least a little. Come, you ninnies! The star player has arrived at last. Show a little enthusiasm. Bah, it is of no matter. Nothing can overshadow my day of glory now. Prepare yourselves for the end, Isasuma. This is Shikitori, the artist, the one, the only, has arrived. Tremble before me, pitiful souls! Wait, no, give me applause for the glory you're about to witness. Tonight I unveil my... Didn't I just ask for applause? What is this silliness? This is my grand entrance, you must... What on earth is going on? Ah, good Mr. Editor-in-Chief. I'm afraid we're in the middle of a sexy and gradual process at the moment. Could it wait? Ha! You two are Nishuki Tori, right? As you can see, we are a little busy. We really don't need more problems right now, so sit tight and hold on, kiddo. Actually, I suppose you're not that young anymore. How rude! I still have my youthful vigor. More importantly, what's going on? This is entirely too strange. Could you fill me in a little, please? Would that we could. If anybody here does know what's going on, please speak up. Everyone gathered here to see that total lunar eclipse, and the eclipse started. So far, everything is fine, just a normal school outing. But then things went wrong. The last corner of the moon was hidden. Everyone here fell asleep. Their brain activity is normal. They're experiencing an extended period of REM sleep. REM sleep? So then they're dreaming? It would seem so. What's the problem in that then? You can just wake them up. We can't, and that's the problem. REM sleep is when the body sleeps but the brain remains awake. Normally you can wake someone experiencing it quite easily, but we can slap their faces and shout in their ears all we want, but they don't wake up. An entire astronomical observation group falling asleep at once. Strange, but not unheard of. It's a form of mass hysteria. I've heard that in past cases, the birds involved have woken up by themselves when the moon becomes visible again. Alright, so this is a common problem. Fortunately for us, the eclipse ended a while ago and they're still asleep. Do you suppose the clouds has something to do with it? Quite possibly. Gathered right as the eclipse ended, so we haven't seen the moon since before it ended. It's awfully hard to believe. How could looking at the moon cause something like this? Coming through. You really need to learn to tell your speech. Oh, we're back here. Oh boy. Get a good stretch in. You are completely lacking in grace and quite rude. I mean, that is just me. There's something wrong with the place where dawn doesn't follow pre-dawn. Nageki and I came to this dream country, the Holiday Star, on the night train. We got to run errands for Mr. Forward King, and we got to see our friends. And it all seemed like good fun, but when morning was coming and we thought we were going to wake up, we didn't wake up. Who were you talking to? The camera, of course. These episodes weren't released at once, so people have probably forgotten what happened last time. So being directly aware of the camera seems a little unprofessional to me. Whatever, it's better to give the readers a hand. Mr. King, are you here? I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. His Royal Highness, the King! Hello, I am the King. Mr. King, you wretched little blob of Yemen yogurt. The King was very scared, because the human girl had come with a scary face and fierce violence. He's shrinking, Miss Lover. Control yourself before he disappears entirely. What kind of wimp is he? Something isn't right here, Mr. King. The night isn't ending and we aren't waking up. The night does not end. You do not wake from the dream. What are you talking about? Night is followed by a new morning. After that, a new day. The King said the holiday does not end on the Holiday Star. The holiday is forever. The King asked if a new day were to come, would the holiday not have to end? Would that not be strange? You seem to have arrived at riddles. Common sense makes a very poor weapon in debate, sir. In that case, how can we get home? The King said there is no returning from the journey you have taken. You should know this well. Dead can never return to life. Where did that come from? What do you mean, Mr. King? Isn't this some happy dream theme park or something? The King said this is the land of dreams. This is where birds who have died wait for dreaming for the end of eternity. That would make sense for me, but... Your Majesty, not a bird here are dead. There's a living human right here. We didn't do anything aside from watching the eclipse, right? Maybe we got hit by a gigantic meteor. We died that suddenly. We might have arrived in the land of the dead while we're still alive. Sometimes. Not often, but sometimes someone arrives here a little early. But the king is kind, and so is always happy to entertain those who need to wait for proper citizenship. No, thank you. Let's leave already, Nageki. Do you think we should? This does seem the place for me. Let's get back to the school. You don't need some pushy king who forces people into staying in his country either. Indeed. Can't say I like it much. We can get back to school on the train we took, right? Alright. Go home wherever you want us to or not. Don't bother to see us off. The king said the train will not come. Why not? The night will not end. There is no station, and the train will not come. I don't follow that logic. Is it really that surprising given who's talking to you? I've had enough. We're finding a way out on our own. Well, that sounded really cool, but how are we going to get out? The station we arrived at was right around... There's nothing here. It's gone. Seems so. Maybe it stops at different platforms when it's going the other way. I don't see any platform anywhere. Excuse me, citizens of this land. Yes, miss? We're perfectly normal tourists, and we came here to sightsee. Oh, how wonderful. This is a very nice place. You're welcome to move in. No, we're here to sightsee. I don't want to stay. Is that right? Have you thought about staying permanently then? Stop repeating yourself. Should we do... This is like verbal dodgeball. I think we have to find our own way out, like you said. And now, we need to figure out what we're going to do. Can't you just wait for it to clear up again, even if it doesn't? Shouldn't sunlight work just as well? No, we can't. We've got a time limit, you see. What do you mean? Avian brains are unstable things. Barely out of a period of rapid unnatural development. Right now, every birdie on the ground here is suffering from a disconnect between their brains and their bodies. If we leave them for too long, they won't be able to wake up again. They'll be stuck dreaming until they die. That said, I don't know what will happen with the human. So they'll become vegetables? Isa! Isa, Suma, you cretin! Wake up! If you're going to slip into an eternal dream, at least do it after being appropriately awed by my artistry. I want to head back in. Do I have your permission? Do you understand what you're saying, Sasuke Yuga? Head in? To the world of dreams? I'm a messenger of dreams. Sounds pretty romantic, doesn't it? One of the victims, Shirogane Tsukuya, is a relative of Sasuke's. Sasuke can synchronize with his brain waves and access his dreams if he follows the right procedure. Of course! It's a very strange thing. Everyone here is seeing the exact same dream, almost like a field trip of the soul. Last time I went in, I confirmed a few of them aside from Tsukuya. And I suspect that if I can spur them into action directly, we can get them out of there. Your job is to take a hint from your younger brother. Can you promise you'll act with discretion? Yes, sir. I can. Understood. Your order is Sasuke to enter the dream through Shirogane Tsukuya, extract the people trapped inside and pull out. This will only be a success if everyone comes out alive. And that includes you, Yuya. Yes, sir. Wait a minute. What's this bottle? Is that stuff legal? Are those sleeping pills? Yeah. He's about to enter someone else's dream. If he wants to get in, he doesn't have much choice. This isn't something to do on a whim. This can't possibly be good for you. Don't come crying at me if you start experiencing embarrassing personal side effects. Everything has a price. If you've got a goal in mind, you have to be prepared to pay up. There are the electrodes. I'll be keeping an eye on the monitor. You ready? Yes, sir. Jeez, fine, I get it. I'll help. Why are you so angry? I'm not angry. I just can't stand being with you two stealing all the dramatic roles. Let me do something too. You want to get rid of those clouds? Did you do something about them? Just who do you think I am? I'm the man once known as the Crawler, the former head of the 2nd Optical Ordnance Division. And now I go by Champion Bankai. I'm the greatest advisor in the artistic research sector. Nishiki Tori. Do you think my new weapon can't handle a few puny clouds? I see. Certainly sounds impressive. How soon can you be ready? Wind speed, air temperature, humidity. Once I've collected some meteorological data, my calculations will be simple. Give me 20 minutes and I shall unveil my masterpiece. 20 minutes. Set the clock. So you'll be cracking the dream from the outside while I go in from the inside. Sound good? I'm going under. Adios. this is the place he was having the tea party. Looks like it isn't too easy to plug a hole here once it's open. I can't let myself get forcibly ejected again. Time to find everyone and convince them to say goodbye. As for the people he's trying to rescue, please take it easy. This kingdom is a wonderful place. Just take it easy. Ah, double take it easy combo. Doesn't it look like anyone's changing their mind? They just keep asking us to move in. We're not going to learn anything from them. Time to break through their line and find an egress. Let's go. Anywhere as long as we get out of here. That doesn't sound like much of a plan. Excellent, mon ami. Your reckless energy is a sight for sore eyes indeed. Floppy Dove Man. I thought you'd be stuck in a mysterious land getting sued for inappropriate behaviour by the Queen of Hearts by now. I'm so glad you're okay. A real hero always saves his moves for the final scene after all. Which is to say, we've got an emergency. I can't risk sticking around too long and getting banhammered again. So keep this quick, the place is not real. We have to leave quickly. I know. I shouldn't even be here. But we don't know how to get out. Meaning, it's not enough just to be aware and want to wake up. What's going on, Yuya? Will we be okay? Please tell us whatever you know. Well, alright, stay calm and listen. I'll fill you in on what's going on in the real world. And if we stay like this for too long, we'll turn into potheads? Not potheads, Miss Lover. Vegetables. Exactly. And that's why I'm here to find you all, wake you up and end the dream. Well, what's going on? What's that light? A flare? Is this some sort of super mission signal? The ground's shaking. I don't think that's a flare. That was pretty fast. I guess he's got more than a big mouth after all. Angle, set, power, set back up, set, perfection. Aha, pure pearlescent moonlight. Shine on my beautiful figure. A night as artistic as this needs no plain ugly clouds. Allow me to introduce the pinnacle of my efforts in a field of optics. The Nishuki Masterpiece X792 Point Light Weapon System AC Vortex. Yuya, what's going on? Is this some sort of natural disaster? A friendly bird just giving us a hand. It's going to break the stream from the outside. The sky's getting brighter. Is it morning? I can't say I'd be unhappy if the moonlight shone alone fixed everything. Well, we'll see. What do you think you're doing? Yes, what do you think you're doing? Why are you trying to break down our beautiful castle? The king will not let you leave! The clouds are parting, good work. But of course, have I ever failed? Oh, how beautiful full moon, show us your lovely form. The king said, don't leave. Don't leave me behind. What is this? Must be some sort of joke. I'm not dreaming. Is this not reality? It is. What you and I are seeing should be real anyway. And what is that hideous thing doing up there? Oh, what? The king made an egg. A giant enormous egg. A giant black egg to hide the kingdom away. Miss Lover. Miss Lover. What a crazy dream. It's a little early to say that. The nightmare isn't over yet, mon ami. And it wouldn't be that easy. Not after you said all the flag raising stuff. Things certainly look a little different at least. Let's pitch dark all around us, all quiet. There's no sound apart from our voices. It got bright, then there was an earthquake, then the king showed up out of nowhere. What happened? I'm not entirely sure myself. I think we can safely say the king fellow doesn't want us leaving though. I think he shut us in. This is kidnapping. Hey, Mr. King, what kind of VIP treatment is this? I don't want any of it. There's no reply. Just cold, dark abyss. What do we do? Nageki, Yuya? Are the others okay? The king doesn't seem to want to let any of us go, so he probably trapped others in here too. Of course. We can't see anything. So we can't. We can barely just make out Nageki and Yuya. But if they step back, even just a little, I think I'd lose them. We can't see what's a wall and what's a corridor. We'll never find any. Hey there, I'm a bit blind, eh? It's the migrant bird. Good to get stuck like this. In trouble as you can while you're still young. Now isn't the time for old man wisdom. You know him? Well, we've bumped into him a few times. He's just a hungry old man. Hungry old man? That's a depressing way of putting it. Professor Nanaki and the doctor are the only two adults asleep on the roof. What's going on here? You're a migrant, right, mister? Do you know how to get out of here? I haven't the slightest. You're gonna show up right when we're stuck. At least can't be useful. I've never been good at sticking to a goal. I'll just wait for the wind to blow and head wherever it smells like tender grasses. There's no need for you young folks to be in such a hurry either. Why not take a break for a change? I appreciate the thought, but alas, we're a little short on time right now. We're one step away from permanent vegetative state after all. We're still alive, we shouldn't be here. Well, I may have come here naturally. I thought there was something odd about you, so you came here early by mistake. I like living fast. Yes, that did sound like a problem. Are any dead birds supposed to come here? No, that's not it. They'd look so down, you weren't far off. Really, this star is a place where anyone should come to. What do you mean? So it's not where we end up when we die? Birds who pass their names and stars wander the midnight sky. There are a number of places to see. There are also stars like this, stars which aren't stars. It's a bit like Himpotobin's light, if you see what I mean. A Himpotobin? A law for prey, or something like that. It's a real problem. If I get stuck on a fake star like this, I can't continue my journey. Gotta find a way out. I'm gonna take a look around. It's not very bright, but I can see some starlight. There are tiny stars everywhere, I haven't noticed them before. Your eyes are getting used to the darkness. See, a little break now and then can help too. He's right, my eyes are used to it now. We're standing in the centre of a large round room with two doors. We've started Kingdom Hearts, is that what's happened? Maybe everyone else is through those, so we can't tell where they lead. Oh, don't you have your map with you? We just got shut in here. We didn't get to bring a strategy guide along. But doesn't the Morning Dove have a planisphere? Yeah, I have it. There's your map. The Geki's planisphere? It's a very nice planisphere, but will studying constellations now really... An egg? Looks like a dark nebula. That's a bad egg. When the egg turns black, it's rotten. Black is the colour of a poor chick who died before hatching. Just a bit above the very bottom now. The star's lights are bird souls, burning bright and happy even in a dead egg. So you want to get out of here? My job is to find everyone to get out, Jess. I think I'm ready to go home. And I want to see tomorrow. Look, we're one step closer to hatching. Chicks grow teeth to help them tear out of their shells and into the new world. We only need them once. With them, we can break out of the shell by our own strength. No matter how tough the shell is, it will break eventually. Even if the chick is alive, it can break free. This is a false star. That wasn't real light you saw, but it was the lighthouse, luring wanderers in from the Milky Way. A false star is a dangerous thing. Once you're in, it can't be hard to get out. It's scary. Break the shell and burn down the false light. The Morning Dove there can do it. After all, he's got all the answers. Answers? I see, so this is all fake. Do you have a plan? No, not really. I just know that the king was thinking when he made this place. I know why he took one of our stars. And I know why only I can break it. If I can, that is. Somehow. Well, good luck. Wait, can't you explain that a little more? Ah, he's gone. Jeez, no one likes a key character who shows up the whole bunch of genomic advice and doesn't actually say anything useful. Now, mon ami. At least he gave us some hints, right? Some cause for optimism. He said that I could do it. At least the nomadic and hungry old man gave Geki some clear reassurance. Your planisphere sure is turning out to be useful. A little above the very bottom. So we're right here. And there are two stars nearby. And if the stars are what he said, we should be able to find everyone else if we aim for the stars. Let's hope so. And there are 2 suspicious stars at the top. A false lighthouse. That must be the light we saw from the plaza. And from what he said, we need to break it. Alright? It's gonna be like some crazy mission. Now then, we need to head up both sides. This looks a good time to split up. Happens all the time in longer dungeons and RPGs. I'm ready to roll. Protecting the ladies is always my first priority. I'd like to go with you, mon ami, but I'll go alone. You'll be safer if you got the map with you after all. Take care of her, alright? Okay. Well, the king very kindly trapped us all in a gigantic evil doom egg. Will we escape from this dream with our lives? Of course we will. After all, this place is crazy. What kind of place doesn't have morning radio aerobatics? So we split up, the Gecko and me going through one door, and Yuya through the other. We'll wake everyone from this dream, and smash this rotten egg from the inside. Yuya's already off getting stuff done, so we better move along. Right. Yuya does seem pretty professional sometimes. He even had a real gun that time at Christmas. Maybe he really is with the FBI or something. I'm opening the door. Are you ready? Bring it on! The Lying Picture Book. Once there was an Okusan. There was something Okusan wanted to find no matter what. So he ran towards the ends of the earth. The Okusan was very fast. He could run anywhere. He ran everywhere. At the end of the earth there was a giant hole in the ground. An Okusan fell into the hole. No one remembers the Okusan now. Poor Okusan. Poor Okusan. Oh, that's sad. Ooh, Okusan is the pudding god. Okusan is the god of Mount Pudding. Okusan. Hostage confirmed. Moving to secure. Okusan, let's get out of here, okay? Cool! Okusan, use wing attack. It's super effective. Ow, that hurts. Calm down, listen to me. Cool! Okusan is not Okusan. Okusan is god of Mount Pudding. Come on, Lord Pudding. Sort yourself out. You're not being a particularly benevolent god either way. Yeah, Okusan, a god has to listen to the voices of the downtrodden common people. Cool! Really? Cool! In that case, Okusan will listen for 3 centimeters. Okay, Okusan, this pudding isn't real. You have to kiss it goodbye and come back to reality. Cool! Silence! So 3 centimeters is about 10 seconds. Looks like it. Okusan, calm down. This crummy thing isn't the pudding you've been searching for all these years. Pudding is pudding. What does Bird know about pudding? I don't know anything about pudding. Think about it, Okusan. Is the pudding you seek something I could understand? Of course not. This is something beyond and above, something completely outside my comprehension. Whenever you talk about pudding, it's like the meaning of the universe or the final secret of the earth. Some sort of cult deity. No matter how hard you've tried to explain it, I just don't get it. I still don't know what pudding you're looking for. But I do understand it's not something you can just find like that. But we did find it. Of course not. The pudding is an amazing treasure. Doesn't this strike you as odd? How could you have found that amazing treasure without doing anything? Cool. What have you been trading for all these years? Haven't you been trading to find the pudding which sleeps forgotten at the end of the earth? You couldn't possibly find a treasure like that this easy. It's a trap, Okusan, a fake. You have to remember, Okusan, remember the pudding you seek. Ooh. This is Kingdom Hearts. Why is Birds mixing with Kingdom Hearts? Cuckoo! And before we know it, we're standing in a room just like the one where we started. Was everything we saw and heard before just an illusion created by the king? Probably yes. He was hoping to hold us back. Cool, Okusan has remembered. Cool, the true pudding is the universe itself. But it cannot be found in this universe. It is infinite. I don't think I follow. Don't worry, I don't either. Cuckoo! Okusan must return to Earth and seek the true pudding. The wall cracked? He must be breaking the shell like a migrant said. Oh, I get it. When someone starts thinking I want to go home, their egg cracks a little. It doesn't look like it will crack anymore though, and we probably couldn't break it by hand. We need to keep going. Ooh, Oxan is going home! Oxan, wait. Oxan gallops off into the darkness, snorting and cooing with excitement. Well, he can probably take care of himself. Maybe. My eyes are getting used to the darkness again. I can make out another door on the opposite from where we came in. Who will we find in the next room? The unenclosed picture book. Once there was a chrysalis. The chrysalis was all alone. I didn't know how to grow up, so it stayed a chrysalis forever. One day a butterfly came along. The butterfly said, "Let's be friends. I can show you how to become a beautiful butterfly like me." The lonely chrysalis was happy, because he wasn't alone anymore. But its friend the butterfly disappeared soon after. The lonely chrysalis was alone again. He didn't know where to go anymore. He didn't know what to do anymore. The lonely chrysalis shrank and hardened. Nothing will ever come out of it now. Poor chrysalis. Poor chrysalis. Merry Christmas! It's the Christmas Junkies, and here I was expecting some emotionally charged, heart-wrecking scene. You shouldn't judge by appearances. Maybe these creatures have some internal conflict as well. Well, we did find out that they have a tragic backstory. Mira, Caro, we need to get out of here. If we stay here too long, we won't be able to go home anymore. Merry Christmas, what? The place is called the Holiday Star, but it's not Christmas, is it? If we don't get out of here, we'll never be able to celebrate Christmas again. Merry Christmas, shock! 10 times 10 to the 6th. I suppose that's an expression of surprise? Do appear to be moved. Merry Christmas! That would be bad, really bad. Merry Christmas! Mira and Kaki want to start preparing for next Christmas. Zoom! The two of them run off into the darkness. That was a lot easier than Okasan. But there aren't any more cracks in the shell. There must be still someone here. I guess so. We just went through the plain corridor a little while ago anyway. I already know what we'll find through that door. An enormous enemy is approaching. Keep your dignity, Nageki. We're gonna have another fight. Let's prep for a fight. I'm already dead, so I don't think it'll be safe no matter what, but do be careful, Miss Lover. Coming through. There's no reply, it's just a kitchen. Miss Lover, watch out! What? What happened? Nageki slams into me from behind. I go rolling across the floor. Nageki, and I thought you were such a gentleman. I'm surprised as you are. Complain to whoever attached that thing to the ceiling. A gigantic bear trap is lying on the floor where I stood a moment ago. Did that fall from the ceiling? Oh, do forgive me. It appears I'm falling a little more slowly than I calculated for. Do not fear, I'll use more exact measurements next time. What do you mean by do not fear? You peopletical partridge proprietor. You're supposed to lay bear traps on the ground anyway. Came from the ceiling? Really? I swear kids these days can't do anything right. I was planning to modify it such that it would seize the victim's head, then lift them back up to the ceiling. It would help with desynchronization, you see. I see you weren't planning to close after all. My neck hurts just thinking about it. Fluffy heretic sheaf. I mean Dr. Romani. With Doc Fancy affections end now. You've noticed it too, right? This place isn't normal. We've been shut in. If we stay here too long, we'll enter a precipitous vegetative state. What do you mean he already knows? I read a report on a similar phenomenon where a number of people shared a dream a few years ago now. I suspect we're under the effects of something unlike mass hypnosis caused by the ellipse. If that's not the case, you should not be here. But at least we don't have to explain it to you. Let's escape together, Doctor. No, thank you. Rejected at the speed of light. Are you more comfortable here? Who knows? I haven't been here for half a day. I haven't quite decided yet. But didn't you say yourself you're one of those sad people who only love research? Your brains will rot and drip out your ears if you stay in this eternal holiday kingdom with this happy-go-lucky king. It is as you say. If I have my fill of research, I cannot complain. But the term vegetative is not entirely accurate. The brain relinquishes control over the body and sinks into a state of pure, unadulterated thought. Is this not so? You did say that our brains were disconnected to our bodies, so I guess so. To cast away all functions but conscious thought, but a pure sight of being. It fascinates me. But, do you really want to stay in this dream forever, Doctor? Since when were you the dreamy type? Dreams are not such rigid things as you seem to think. The activity of the brain is no different while dreaming. There isn't anything here to use your favourite biblical experiments. No, you cannot be so sure about that. The King of the Stars seems to have absorbed the knowledge and experiences of all those who have wandered ashore here and blend them into a being capable of conscious action after all. You've lost me. To put it another way, the birds of the star hold within themselves the capability to replay any number of past events. The star is practically overflowing with material for study. Have no worries there. This isn't the sort of thing that happens every day after all. Since I have the chance to experience it, I want to stay and take advantage of it. Are you really sure about that? No matter what you study, no matter what you discover, you'll never announce it to the world. I seek knowledge and knowledge alone. I'm not doing this for someone else's sake or some earthly goal. Give it the chance to engage in an unadulterated thought without going outside disturbance. I'm happy to accept it. Go on ahead. We have nothing more to talk about. The shell cracked. Well, it did crack, but it looks a little subpar. The cracks must be from Mira and Kaku. Probably. We don't have much time. We'll have to go rescue the others. Please reconsider while we're gone. Well, we shall see. Ho ho ho. This is no time for ho ho ho, Fluffertick. I do hope he decides to help us. The infirmary would be awfully lonely without the murderous Fluffertick around. Miss Lover, got company. What? Greetings, travellers. We've already decided to go home. No one likes a host who tries to lock you in. How many of these vague, see-through citizens are here anyway? You should all try talking to the king too. Only a tyrant would try and stop visitors from leaving. Have you all been here with that king forever? No, we haven't. We are the same as you. So you came from outside? You must have been the same. We are very afraid and we came here. Afraid? Nageki and I had a nice time coming here on a comfortable train with a friendly conductor. I don't remember being afraid. If you came from the outside, you have homes to return to, right? Why are you staying here? Because we don't have to worry about anything. Because there's nothing scary here. The king said, the king is all. And all are the king. As soon as you guess, from far away you'll be king too. You are all king. There is nothing scary here. Everyone is together. Let's be together. The king is waiting on his royal throne. But the king glances nervously at Nageki. The king does not be friends with that mourning dove. You don't have to come. That's not very nice. The king commanded, you shall stay away. The kings fade into the darkness, leaving their selfish command behind. Wow, Nageki. The look on their face, I bet the king is changing his royal underwear about now. He's a bit of a crybaby. I don't think scaring him is very hard. I do wonder about it, though. Why is he so afraid of Nageki? Oh, just double saved it. Yeah, don't matter. The migrant said something about that too. Maybe you're the king's natural enemy. Let's hope so too. And those vague citizens turned into the king and disappeared. If what they said is true, perhaps everyone who stays here turns into the king. That's a bit much. What is this, a horror movie? At least it sounded like he's waiting for us. We've got to go find the others and teach him a thing or two about international travel laws. Interdimensional, sorry. Not much variety in decor here. I must say I'm getting a little sick of it. Wonder how things are going on the roof. I can probably trust Mr. One. Leone, rather. Keep my body from spontaneously combusting. Or anything like that. The artistic scientist fellows probably cleared the clouds away. But the king of this place has blocked the moonlight. A search and rescue mission in a zone of total surrealism, eh? This is news to me. Oh, this is the other side. Once there was a beautiful piano. The piano was decorated with gemstones in all colours of the rainbow. Oh, how it sparkled and glittered. Everyone told it was beautiful. What a beautiful piano. No one had ever seen such a wonderful piano before. The piano's owner was very pleased and decorated the piano even more. Everyone in the land praised the piano's beauty. No one from anywhere wanted to hear its voice. But the gemstones were heavy, so heavy that one day it crushed the piano flat. Poor piano. Poor piano. Are we meant to be learning something here? What is this trash? Is there no limit to its vulgarity? The composition is poor, the story juvenile, the art is messy. I open the door to find a fantail angrily beating a book on the floor. Salutations, Sakuya. I'm good till you're still yourself. What, is there no getting rid of you? What now? The tea party's already over. Is it? That's too bad. I was really looking forward to drinking some of your tea, too. I wouldn't have given you anything even if you had showed up in no time. Don't get full of yourself, mongrel. I'll be expecting an invitation card next time, too. Sakuya sticks his beak in the air and coos irritatively. By the way, are you reading just now? I pick up the book which Sakuya had thrown on the floor. I haven't the slightest. Do you remember where you found it? Do not treat me like a child. The king gave it to me. I do not mean to exalt a gift of royalty, but that thing is amazing. It's like scribbles from a deranged child. A picture book, eh? So this is a little flirtation of the king, or rather an invitation to stay here. I suppose it's meant to paint a reality in poor light to flatter the world of dreams. Alas, the message appears to have been lost on Sakuya. Something is wrong with someone who dresses a musical instrument up like a Christmas tree. The instruments come with their own beauty already built in. Gaudiness is hardly the deciding factor in an instrument's value. Indeed, an instrument covered in sparkly gewgaws is to impress uncultured fools is an epitome of crassness. Decorating an instrument to the detriment of his tone is absurd, ludicrous. If the author of this drivel was here now, I would sit him down and lecture him for 3 days without break. He continues on, angrily expounding the quantities of musical timbre. I wonder if you realise just how much he cares about music. As his brother, I can only hope the magnificent blooming of that enthusiasm one day in the real world. Very true. The visual flair is hardly an instrument is there for. The piano should have been used to voice that let everyone know that before he got crushed. I wasn't created to be decorated. Let me sing something like that. Why are you even smirking like that? What a disgraceful cretin you are. I love how thick-headed you are, Sakuya. It'll save me a lot of trouble. What is this? Do you mock me? Not quite the opposite. That was praise. I doubt it. Your ridiculous facial expression is proof of your deceit. Forgive me, I was born with it. What am I supposed to do? Now then, I can't spend too much time here. I doubt whoever I run into will be as easy as you after all. I just knew you didn't want here by chance. Tell me what is happening. Always got to keep things moving. Thanks, Sakuya. Ah, do you not jest? It's hard to believe, but unfortunately it's true. You and I are hooked together in a whole pile of electrical wires right now. You clad without my permission. You weren't exactly responsive. And it's an emergency anyway. Needs to ask forgiveness and approval, right? Ah. Now then, Sakuya. Will you spend an eternity having tea here with that cheerful, artistically challenged king? Inconceivable, I will not stand for it. Just who do you think I am? I am sure against Sakuya Lebel. It's completely out of the question. I demand to see the man responsible for this idiocy. For once, I shall have recompense for his gross discourtesy towards me. Sakuya runs off into the darkness, an aura of unusual proactivity about him. No one gets the better of my little brother. Now, who's next? The black and white picture book. Once upon a time, there lived a white dove and a black dove. The white dove loved the sunflower. The black dove loved the sunflower too. What a beautiful sunflower it was. It was warm and bright as the sun itself. The sunflower would go and play with the doves all day long. But one day, the sunflower made friends with the star. And after that, the sunflower always went out. Like, this hasn't been as dark as the OG one, that I'm still expecting some twistedness. But this has been pretty light-hearted. Without the sunflower as bright as the sun to light them, the days became dark. The white dove knew how nice the night star was and became sad. More sad and cried. The black dove thought the night star would turn into a shooting star and go disappear somewhere far away. Things would be better then. But in the end, both just froze in the darkness and died. Oh. Poor doves. Poor doves. This one's just as bad as the last one. Not my style at all. What do you think of it? Kawaya Ryuta. The king says you have done nothing wrong. You were the one who found the treasure first. That doesn't mean anything. How I feel doesn't matter. Looks like he's more interested in talking to the king than me. I guess I'm still just not charming enough. The king said the mourning dove is bad. Bad bird. The mourning dove wants to steal something precious from the king. And from you. You must know already. That mourning dove is an evil, evil demon. The Geki is a ghost, but he's not evil. I guess he can be scary if you make a mess of the library books, but... The king said, you are very afraid of him, are you not? Because you could tell that your greatest treasure will be taken far away. If you join the king, you will not be afraid of anything anymore. The evil demon will be gone then. The king is waiting for you. After a lot of smarmy blabbing, the king disappears. Salutations, old troubled young pigeon. Mind if I join you for a bit? Oh, yeah. So you ended up here too? I thought it was just us. Well, I wasn't exactly invited. You know how it is. I'm here to rescue you all. Blah, blah, blah. Please decide to bust out here and come home with me as soon as possible. I see. So we're in the same dream after all. So it's not just something I'm imagining all by myself. By all indications, yes. The king here is a host, the creator of the charade, but you're all guests, and I'm crashing the party. Everyone dreaming the same dream beneath the starry night sky. Very romantic. So are you still caught up in this dream? I don't know. I don't know what I want anymore. It's very painful. When I wake up, it might just end up even more painful. From what I saw of the king's salutations, I can guess pretty easy what he means. And I'm a bit of a specialist in that area. You know by now what is causing you pain, right? I haven't done. Talk to me, Ryuta. I am here for you and I can help you. What's bothering you? What are you afraid of? Once you put it into words, you know exactly what you need to do. That's what I think anyway. It's why I talk so much all the time. Seems reasonable, doesn't it? At this rate, you'll rot from the inside, quite literally at that. Be brave, Ryuta. I'm afraid of... A bird not being with me. Oh, bird me. Even if it's this dream. I always worry too much. At first I thought this dream was me being scared that someday she'll leave me behind. But I guess that's not it. The bird I saw here is the real bird. His eyes flicker about nervously, which says is true. Even if it's just a dream, Bird is acting of her own accord. Bird has been with me ever since we were children. We've been together so long, somewhere along the line I started thinking it would stay like that forever. But it won't. It never would. It was all just my imagination. All of it. His eyes glisten with tears. Ah, how brightly his innocence shine onto one worldly and jaded as myself. Probably hasn't even realised what he's feeling is love. Are we actually going to bang a bird, finally? Is it going to happen? I took it all for granted. I thought it would last forever, but that's not possible. I know a bird better than anyone. I know what she loves and what she hates. What she's good at and what she isn't. I know everything about her. But I don't anymore. Nageki knows a bird that I don't. And it's not just in this dream. She spends more time in the library every day. If someday I stop being special to her... I mean, you are the most boring bird in the whole game. For that matter, I just thought I was special to her. All this time to her, I've been nothing but... Well, what a pickle. I've been reading the signs right. Nageki and Bird are quite up to the point where Ryuta should be worrying. But his fears are going to get more and more likely by the day. I need to pick my words carefully. How can I coax? Ooh. We're going to have a decision. Coax him without breaking it. Persuasion to maximum. Believe in Bird. Believe in Bird, Ryuta. You're just jumping at the shadows. What do you mean? They aren't really a couple. I've had 1,000 loves. I could tell at a glance. I would like to think that, but... He looks troubled as before. Shoot. I wasn't worrying him. What I'm trying to say is, you're clearly her favourite. What do you know about Bird? Do you think you understand every woman in the world just because you always skip class to go around town hitting on girls? That's a little harsh, isn't it? Not that I can exactly explain myself now. It would take too long. A casual here today, gone tomorrow. Bird like you can't even comprehend the depth of my relationship with Bird. I mean, I don't like you. You're boring. We've been together forever. I know Bird better than anyone. The same goes for her. She knows me better than anyone else in the entire world. We have always been in one. Two. Oh, he's gone weird. And I won't let it end now. Royal Highness the King. There is no way back to your old home. Your old home is the Holiday Star now. Everyone's home is the Holiday Star. Welcome, my new friends. My new kings. Happily ever after. Oh. Let's try that again. Special? What exactly do you mean by special? Something irreplaceable? Are we still fucking pitching? We're trying to. We're trying to, but it's just not happening yet. We're currently in a dream world and trying to wake everybody up. And it's just getting weird. If we don't, we're going to assimilate with a spooky king and become one with the king. So basically, we're fighting against Legion right now. Something irreplaceable? I don't understand myself. But at the very least, to me, bird is bird, and no one can take her place. Though this bird apparently loves me, so we might finally be getting some. So that's it. What were you ever afraid of then? No one could ever be replaced for Yuta. You will never stop being special to Bird in that respect. It's as simple as that. You don't think I'm trying to fool you or anything, do you? That's true, I guess, but that's not it. I'm scared I just won't be with her as much. Of course not. We can't stay children forever. I feel like writing me off as a heartless bastard yet? But ignoring won't change anything. Time will pass, places will change. The first flowers in spring, a shooting star, a rainbow right after a storm, all beautiful, but none can be captured and held forever. No matter how fair the flower, it will rot and fall to pieces if you never let it go. But memories will never hurt you. The flower withers, the star falls, the rainbow fades away, but you will always remember their beauty. Are you telling me to go on alone with nothing but memories? That's a little pessimistic. What I'm saying is, don't let your fears of tomorrow cloud the memories you're making today. That's too abstract for me, I don't think I understand. How long is you going to keep floundering around? I have to be a little more clear. Stop being a little bitch. Maybe you'll be unrequited lover. Maybe you'll live and have a family with her. Maybe you'll go your own separate ways. But whatever happens, all the time you've spent with her, all the joy you've had will still be yours. That just makes it even worse. How could I live without the sun, now that I'm so used to its warmth? I'm scared. I don't want to see everything I know collapse around me. This is pretty bad. I've been talking to him for quite metrosexual. Or maybe he's really into the whole total monopolization thing. As far as I can tell, Miss Bird herself hasn't got the slightest idea of what's going on. What a sinfully negligent lady. Everything changes for you, times like that, inconvenient and rude to everyone. Even if you stand still, everything else will leave you behind. No matter how hard you try to prevent change, it will still come. The world and your friends will still change. If what you really want is undisturbed peace for the rest of your days, you'll have to cut all your ties, leave everyone behind, and become a hermit in the mountains. No, I don't want that. I didn't think you did. Are you planning to ask someone else to stay with you then? That wouldn't be right. I couldn't ask something like that, it would be too selfish. So you think it would be selfish? Aren't you wishing someone would do that for you, just a little bit deep inside? I don't know. Maybe I am. Or maybe you aren't. Aren't you afraid here? Everything around us is changing, and so are we. We don't know what's ahead. Doesn't that scare you? There are things that scare me, yes. Even a hero of justice has its weaknesses. What's waiting for me on the other end of this night? Best day of my life? Or the very worst? No one knows. And that's why we who cannot see tomorrow can just put our bravest smiles much boldly onto the new day. Is that good bluffing? Haha, I suppose it is. All this time I've been trying to look cool so no one realised what's going on inside. But that's what's wrong with putting on a little show. I have a question for you. There are only two choices. We're running a little low on time, you see. Kawa or Ryuta? What do you want to do? You could accept the king's invitation and stay here and Nageki would be removed. You would spend the eternity celebrating the endless holiday with Bird and tomorrow would never come. Nothing would change and nothing would ever hurt you again. Or you could refuse the king's invitation and return to the real world. Your relationship with Bird will change, sooner or later, for better or for worse. And a new day will come. Now choose. I won't try to force you either way. You alone can decide what your salvation will be. In any case, it won't do us any good if he tries to break free himself. Now then. If I remember Nageki's map right, I should be near the throne room. But something's bothering me. I've been looking as hard as I can, but I still haven't found it. There was another star below and to the right of the room where we started. Wait, to the right of the room. Is that here? I thought we started here. Someone else must be there. Where am I looking? Below and to the right. So if it's the other way round, it would be that one. I went to the right, and if the map was correct, there should be a route to the star somewhere. But where? We don't have to worry about getting lost, but this corridor is way too long. It's connecting two stars. There isn't really any way it could not be long. Stop pointing out how futile my complaints are. We're almost there anyway. Beyond that should be the King's Chamber. Nageki stares at the extravagant door at the end of the hallway and nods. Okay, let's get in with a bang and take out the king with a clang and knock down the lighthouse with a crash. Looks like you two cleared your half just fine. Yuya. We went through 2 rooms. We talked to Okusan, Mira and Kaku, and Dr. Amane. We made lots of cracks in the shell. Though I still don't think the doctor is ready with us. 2 rooms after all. Just like the one on the map. I didn't take any shortcuts, but I've only been through 2 rooms as well, so I'm afraid I have to go back. But we're a few steps from the king. We're still 1 short. Must have missed a room somewhere. No doubt it's the quail. I'll have to find the last room as quick as I can. My mission here is to get everyone out alive after all. And your status as hero of justice does not give you a better chance at spot checks than either of us. You will finish your search and rescue, I'll clobber some sense into the king, and Nageki will destroy the lighthouse. It's a perfect plan. Try not to hurt him too badly, Miss Lover. The king isn't going to be like anything you fought before, mon ami. He certainly won't be eager to let you pass. But we're low on time, and this is the best way. Don't worry, Yuya. Nothing can stand before Nageki and me. Ours is a march of destruction, and no tender grasses sprout in the charred trail we leave. Speak for yourself. Mr. Sakesi. Tori is blind, and if he's alone, he may be scared. Please help him. Of course, leave it to me. Back to the mission, then. Adieu! And for us, to the Hall of the King. Coming through. Stormtrooper Captain Bird. Look how bad. Like, this isn't your quality. This is how bad these thumbnails are stored. Like, terrible quality. You invited us here and we have come. We want to talk. His Royal Highness, the King! Hello, I am the King! You rotten royal rapscallion. Your silly fanfare and informal greeting won't help you now. The King asks, why do you look so angry? The King is scared. The King does not understand. The King does not understand. The King does not understand. He thinks he might cry. Your Majesty, we didn't come here to make you cry. Please listen to what we have to say. You won't get anywhere talking to him, Nageki. He belongs in a mental institution. Can't listen to anything we've said so far, anyway. Come on, let's beat him up already. Miss Lover, please. Nageki glares at me. I guess he's right. Our opponent is the undead lord of a dead kingdom. Maybe if we talk for a bit, we'll find out something useful. Who are you? The king is the king. I know that. It's not what I'm asking. Margaret said this place is where the souls of the dead wash up. The souls of the dead who have gone astray. He said that this false star grows by attracting those souls with its light. Were you the one who created this star? If you did, why? Why do you trap more people here? Because it is safe here. Safe? This place is fake, a sham. The place is the danger. I don't think the king is evil. Sometimes he doesn't seem anything like what you want. No, the king just thinks a little differently than we do. He's doing all this because he thinks he's helping people. Isn't that right? Of course. The king always acts with the good of people in his heart. This is his idea of what good is too far away from ours, Nageki. And maybe true. I still want to figure out his motives. Not very likely, but if we can persuade him without using force, we should. Tell me, Your Majesty, where did you come from? It was already dark out when I awoke. What time is it? Must be past 6. I feel like I've had a report to you today. Which one was it? Classics? Or maybe German Lit? Whatever. I gave up both of the majors ago. I don't want to go out. Where did I go wrong? Was it when I took... Oh, is this going to be like about the Geki's suicide? No, because he burnt to death, didn't he? Or when I settled down for safety school? No, it must be a long time before that. The days go by and I do nothing. I wrap myself up in blankets and never go outside. I hate myself and I hate myself. The night is here. Oh, it's going to get really depressing. This might be Christmas. I've had enough depressingness today. I sleep until morning, sleep until noon, doze through the evening and wake up all night. At first I would write every day. Not quite a journal, not quite poetry, but writing. I didn't hate writing. But one day even that was too much trouble. My life was always boring. I never had friends. Nothing good ever happened to me. Whenever I would go outside, every birdie else would sneer and laugh at me. The world turned its thorny, unkind back on me. I can't do anything. I'm useless. I'm trash. I've never really taken care of myself. I'd be useless at work if I had a job. I have no redeeming qualities. I think I'd be better off dead. My bed is a cocoon protecting me. I want to go back to the shell I hatched from. I want to go back when I was a yolk floating around in an egg so I can rot and die before I hatch. I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. I can't take this anymore. Why do I have to live and study and work? Why do I have to deal with other people? Working hard has never gotten me anything. Birds had it so much better decades ago. They born, ate, flew, slept, and never had to think about any of this. I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. But I don't have the courage. I don't like pain. I don't want to suffer. Someone help me. And just when it was the most painful, when I had sunk so deep into my depression I could sink no further, God's heard my wish and granted it. My friend, my only friend. I was useless to myself and everyone else, but the gods still showed kindness to me. Your plumage is so nice, so bright and cheerful, unlike mine. And it wasn't just our coloration, he was my opposite in every way. He was earnest and smart. He didn't mumble when he talked. But despite all that, he understood me more than anyone else in the world. Must be hard for you. I know how it feels. It's painful. It's not your fault. Society's always telling us to do this, do that. It's like we're held at gunpoint. I hate it all too. Just like you, right? He alone understood me, and I alone understood him. We were alone, the two of us, in the world. The time we had together was the warmest and sweetest of my life. If only I would go on forever. Then one day he said to me, let's make it go on forever. Come on, let's die together. It won't be scary if we're together. Are you serious? Of course I am. I've never lied to you, have I? He was kind to me right until the end. One night he came home with a bag full of medicine. Medicine to wash us away without pain forever. Let's go somewhere far away. Somewhere where we're completely alone, just the two of us. Where no one can bother us, no one will find us. We left our final journey and we took the medicine. I'm getting tired. I feel so peaceful holding your wing like this. We should have done this a long time ago. My pulse and breathing are dropping steadily. We're almost to the end. Yes, just us at the end of the world. Time to say goodbye to this awful world together. I guess you're right. I was thinking about the time I said goodbye to you. He softly stands up. His warm wing leaves mine. He steps calmly away. He reaches into my bag. He takes out the key to room 701. My wallet, my ID. What? I reach out. I can't move. Goodbye. This is as far as I can take you. But you said you'd leave this awful world with me. What an awful world it is. But I still have things I need to do in it. No, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. It's too late. How many times have I told you? You told me that you want to die. You never really wanted to die, but you had to. People like you are just a bother, hanging around complaining and getting in the way. What an awful world. It was my fault. Why do you have to kill me? Come on, please, this isn't right. You're right. I never really did want to die. It wasn't me. It was society. It did this to me. It wasn't me. It was everyone around me. Society, you say? Help me, please. Call an ambulance. Come on, please. They won't come. This is the end of the world, and it belongs to you and me alone. I don't want to die. I'm scared. I don't. Why are you doing this to me? You wished for death, and I helped you to it. That's all there is to say. You try not to throw up. It would just hurt you more. Someone help me. Wow, that was grim. King's Picture Book. Once there was a poor little quail. One day the quail was tricked by a bad bird and killed. The quail was put on a train through the night sky along with other birds who had died. Where was the train going? There must be a terrible place at the end of the line. The quail was so scared, so afraid. he thought his little heart would burst. The train stopped for a little while. Apparently, even galactic trains have to wait for signals. Quail was too scared to stay on the train, so it jumped off. There was a dark room there. There was nothing in it but a chair and a candle. There was no one else there. Quail sat on the chair and cried. Why did it happen? He was betrayed by its friend and forced onto a strange train. What would happen next? The quail thought and thought and made a station. Maybe if there's a station, someone will come to play. The quail made a station and lit a candle and waited. Time passed, birds came. The dark room became a beautiful kingdom. The candle became a grand lighthouse. The chair became a royal throne. The quail became the king. Those in the kingdom decided to become one with the king. The king is all and all are the king. No one was hurt and no one has had any sad thoughts. The birds of Holiday Star lived happily. Happily even after. How nice. How nice. Happiness is here. Happiness and nothing else. Oh my boy. I am Legion. The king thought, if everyone else is one, no one will be afraid. And so little by little, the king absorbed everyone on the Holiday Star. Now we are one. I don't feel like I understand you at all, even after that huge monologue. He's lonely, so he wants friends, but he doesn't want his friends to quarrel. So he absorbs them all. You're quite a storyteller, Your Highness. Use a few hundred lines to express what I did in 3. In other words, this whole place is basically a cult of loneliness and crazy peer pressure. What's good about having everyone together, Mr. King? To play their own part? If Oxan were here, he'd say something like, everyone is different and everyone is good, Mr. King. And he'd slap you. Even now you're the king, you're still just a small, frightened quail. And now you're safe in your own private kingdom. I suppose you're right. If everyone is one, no one gets hurt. But there's no one on this fake star but you, Your Majesty. As long as you stay here, you'll be alone. The king said, it's not the king's fault. The king was not the one who wished for this. And all came here accepted it gladly. Even the ones like you, who were angry at first. In 2 days, you'll be the king's best friends. You are the ones who are wrong. It is you who are wrong. You're not right. Oh my god. Yep, it's getting dark. The king and that king and this king and all these kings are so happy. But you want to hurt the king and this king and that king. Everyone has to be good on this star. If we are not one, then someone will surely hurt someone else. The king said, let us be happily together. I've rechecked everywhere I went, but I haven't seen any of the doors. There's one hallway from start to finish. Looks like the path must be hidden too well for the naked eye to see. The last room must be where I should find Professor Nanaki. Oh wait, didn't Bird say he was Hitori Nemo in this world? Anyway, there should be a quail here somewhere, but he's been singled out for poor treatment. You really have to hide him away like this, Your Majesty? You were... A voice echoes faintly in the dark corridor. One of the king's underlings? I don't see it anywhere. The job you were Zaki. Leon? I can't stay connected for long. Listen up. The teacher here, Nanaki Kazuri, is starting to show abnormal brain activity. He's probably falling into a coma. I'm trying to find him, but it looks like the man behind all this has hidden him somewhere. I thought as much. Nanaki's brain activity is dropping. He may not have to be able to regain consciousness, meaning he is alone for proceeding more rapidly into the disconnected mind and body. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to administer psychotropics to you and Nanaki in 60 seconds. In small amounts, it would look brilliant if you failed the mission because I overdosed you. So my job is to concentrate and find the professor while the high is. Exactly. You should have about 2 minutes. Good luck. Leon fades away like a puff of smoke. Since the first solo search Wesley have had to do, all the same. Reassuring that the unshakable cocktail's face in just a minute. It's almost time. If the planisphere was right, the path down to the last star should be between Sakuya and Ryuta's rooms. That magnificent artist did get rid of the cloud for us. It would be a waste if we didn't let any of the nice moonlight in here. The booth should last 2 minutes. At least the area is pretty small, so let's hope the king can't beat me at my own game. So the officers are just as willing to use illegal substances as the ground operatives? Can't believe it! There's something very wrong with the Dove Party. We are like cogwheels. We serve as parts of a machine for a far larger important than ourselves. You should know it as well as I do. Unfortunately, I cannot begin to comprehend such grovelling ideas. I'm not here for the system is here for me. Anyway, I administered the amounts you said to your underling and the quail there. Thanks. And so we can do this brightly and massively prevent the victim's body from losing too much heat. And wait, yeah, they're still outside. Wait and see how it turns out. Drugs are acting on my physical body are having more effect on my dream consciousness than I'd expected. Every sensation deepens and expands. If only I could enter this state at will. Dude. I see a crack in the wall. I haven't noticed it before, but its light is seeping through. Must be the light from a bird's soul, like the migrant was talking about. All should be fragile here. This like Secura's tea party. Break it open and be on my way. We can't let you do that, traveller. You were not even invited here. Please stop doing such terrible things. Well, hey there, yokels. What's the long faces? Just here to pick up a friend. He's gotten stuck here by mistake, you see. I'm not going to do anything to hurt you. Mind letting me by? Why do you do such terrible things? You must not open this until everyone is won. No room for negotiation, then? I was hoping this would be more smoothly, but oh well. If you don't move, I'm going to make you. That's mean. The king is scared of birds like you. The king asked, are you trying to break another egg? The citizens who appear to have morphed into the king addressed me accusingly. What a mean thing to do. You break eggs and think nothing of it. So many eggs. I wonder what the children inside were like. Those lives that couldn't live. Poor eggs. Don't you feel sorry for them? The king knows. The king knows that long ago you broke an egg out of your own selfishness. This is how the kings fight back. I don't know how he figured out my secret, but in any case, it was a very precise attack. The king himself is on the throne. The citizens should just be a small parts of the whole, but maybe they share his consciousness and abilities. This is my job. I'm here to rescue everyone from the school. You've trapped them inside this wall, so I'm breaking this wall. Any questions? That poor chick who could never hatch. Please try not to get distracted. My past had nothing to do with the fact that you're in my way. Poor bird. The king's thought, and you should not have to suffer anymore. Suddenly, the king is carrying eggs and dropping them at my feet. Before I know, there's nowhere left to stand but on the broken eggs. The king said, the king can lift the burden from your shoulders. The king can take away your pain. So come, become one with the king. How much does he know? He's aware of the guilt I've carried with me ever since I broke my brother's egg, anyway. But he seems to have misunderstood. Thanks, but no thanks. You're asking me to hand over my guilt over to some complete stranger? Please tell me you're joking. The king said, do you like pain? The king does not understand. Yes, I do not think you would. I don't think you ever will. Like you said, I've dirtied my hands with a crime I can never take back. My life lost will never return. The past does not change. The least I can do is remember. I will always carry this with me. The pain is mine, and you cannot have it. You know well what it means to suffer. But it does not break the king's egg. You will only suffer more. Suffering, indeed. I do not think you understand. This pain is part of me. Your egg is already rotten. It isn't a little much for you to ask me to accept your sympathy. Wrecked. The king's shadow disappeared like a morning fog in the sun. You see the stairway to the bottom of the maze. A friendly and considerate man. I imagine an eternity spent with him would be full of happy days. My sentimentality is dying down, in contrast with the high from the drugs in my bloodstream. Picture book. Ooh. Ew. Okay. Oh my. You lied to me. Just pressing enter and it's just page turning. Ooh. Oh. The others weren't exactly masterpieces, but I think this one goes to a class of its own. Professor Nanaki, I mean Hitori, I'm here to take you home. You'll get mouldy if you sit around dozing in here. Oh, hello. Looks like you're still alive. Do you mind if I tell you something? I feel very strange. And I was sleeping just fine until a few minutes ago. You woke up all of a sudden? Yes, that's right. I woke up. So he really doesn't have eyes. I hope this doesn't have anything to do with his actual body. For now, I'm starting to get sleepy again. Please stay awake. I need your help to break this egg. I'm very, very sleepy. And the king did tell me I could nap for as long as I liked in here. There's nothing wrong with naps, but if you sleep right now, you'll never wake up. Really? That would be bad. Don't sleep. Come on, let's get out of here. Drugs must be wearing off. The guy is quite something. Not every birdie can doze off in their sleep. I think I'd rather stay here and sleep, so please. He steps unsteadily forward, his ring stretched out front. Is he looking for me? I'm right here, there you go. Aye, thank you. It smells happy. He feels for my neck and closes his wings around it. Wait a minute, are you planning to strangle me? You noticed, oopsie. What do you mean, oopsie? I jumped back reflexively. I've nearly been crushed while trying to rescue drowning swimmers, but never have I had a hostage try and strangle me before. I thought you were pretty calm. Sorry, did I scare you? I'm here to help. Come take a deep breath after me. Inhale. Inhale and exhale. Oh, it's not you. I feel like there's something I forgot to do. Even though I thought I've already finished it a long time ago. It wasn't you, sorry. Did you mistake me for someone else? Or has he got like a weird dark backstory then? He looks gentle enough on the outside, but I think he's pretty messed up inside. Did the king do something to you? No, all the king did was close the door. Apparently I shouldn't go outside. Birds who might hurt other people have to stay inside. That's pretty stupid. No, birdie can live without hurting anyone else. Are you going to follow his orders because he's the king, Hattori? The king is the most important person here, so apparently I have to. Think for yourself for a minute. Do you want to be dragged along wherever he wants? He said I need to be punished. Apparently I did something bad, and I think I know what it was. I wouldn't have expected it from a professor I know. Maybe he did do something a long time ago that the king was able to drag up. Just like with me. I don't know what you did, but it won't go away if you stand here moping. Yes, I know that. Professor, I mean Hattori, are there still a few things you have left to do in real world, right? Yeah, they are. I think so. In that case, let's get out of here, okay? A few things left to do. Alright, there is something I need to do. Let's get out of this dark hole then. Can't keep a lady waiting after all. That would be hard. I ate my eyes, so I can't go anyway. I can't see anything. Don't worry, I'll guide you. This rotten egg should have a few cracks from everyone now. I don't want to leave Bird and Nageki in danger for too long. Better hurry to the throne room. Meanwhile, Nageki and I are fighting for our lives with the physically revolting incantation of the king. Oh, we're back here now, are we? The king said, become one with us. No, thank you. It's no good, he's not getting hurt at all. I thought he'd die if we hit him enough, but I don't think like we're doing any damage at all. If only I brought a halberd or something. There's definitely something wrong if he's completely unfazed by our punches. It's not like they're doing nothing, though. Just recovers very quickly. You gave this clump a vegan buff. What do we do, Nageki? Perhaps it would be best to wait for Mr. Sasaki. Maybe so, but I'm getting awfully tired of the king's incessant invitations. I could take him out if I bypass his regeneration by throwing my hunter-gathering strength into a single attack. There's always a chance. I should punch him in the nose. I should go for it. Say your prayers, Mr. King. I decide this in one blow. Were you listening to me, Miss Lover? Don't worry, Nageki. If I can hit him, I can kill him. Come to me, O spirit, proud step hunter ancestors. My blood burns from the flames of the sun. Grant me a single strike to split the crust of the earth itself. Secret technique, burning amino shiki. I did it. He definitely felt that. Miss Lover. My leg's stuck inside the Dean King's chest and I can't get out. Oh, great. We are together now. Happily ever after. Oh, bugger. Alright, let's try it again. Alright, play it safe, I guess. Nageki's right, we probably can't get through with force alone. We'll have to buy time and wait for backup. Make king, make cracks is bad. Nageki, are you okay? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's okay. The king has been targeting Nageki the whole time. Looks like maybe Nageki is his natural enemy, like the migrant said. I'm slowing you down, Miss Lover. At least if we split up, I won't be in your way. Don't worry about it. I need you to burn the lighthouse after all. I'll protect you, Nageki. Miss Lover. Oh, I got hit. King is a really nasty man, battling the heroine of dating sim around like that. The king said. Not all my days and travels as a hunter-gatherer have I fought a creature like this, but even so, I need to get Nageki past him somehow, even if it means sacrificing myself. Wait, Nageki, what are you doing? While I was reading on the floor from the last attack, Nageki got up, placed herself between me and the king. You're pushing yourself too hard, Miss Lover. It won't be enough for me to go on alone. I will send you home safe, Miss Lover, to reality, to the school, because you have a future. Nageki, should I die in a fire? The king slowly draws near to Nageki. He's gotten heavier, he keeps sprouting more heads. There's no way Nageki could take a hit from him. Your Majesty, please don't hit Miss Lover anymore. You must not go. Nageki! Oh. Woo! An interfering Okusan arrives coolly. Okusan dashing out of nowhere, sweeps Nageki up in his wings and skids into a corner, sparks flying from his claws. I'm dizzy. You really are quite fast. Woo! What did you expect? Okusan's legs are pure muscly gold. Poor Okusan. He runs and he runs, but he will never find anything. Woo! Spare us the foolishness. Woo! True pudding does exist somewhere in the world. Woo! Okusan will run until he finds real pudding, until the real world. Okusan used body slam on the king. It's super effective. Wait, no. Fall in a different direction. I need to get out of the way, but my legs are still... Bird, grab my wing. What a careless slut you are. Hold on tight. Oh yeah. Ryuta, Sakuya. Sorry we took so long, Bird. Are you okay? I've never been better. You're practically in tatters. I expect better than this from my underlings. I'm not your underling or your mercenary or anything, Sakuya. But even you come back. The world did only keep hurting you. You're right, sir. There are two birds in my heart, and it's painful. Sometimes I think I'm going to tear apart from the inside. But that pain is another one of the memories I've held so dear all this time. I can't surrender it up to someone else. If I stop worrying, I'll stop being in pain. I won't be myself anymore. I don't care if I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I want to go back to the real world and live into the future with everyone. Have you no shame, you pathetic being? You call yourself a king, but you are limp and weak as a boiled frog leg. You fear contact with others? Comfort yourself by forcing everyone into the same mindset of yourself? You despicable coward! The king's duty is not to divulge in sloth and incidents. A future will come, yes, but we do not know what tragedies it may bring. But a king's duty is to stand proudly forth and do battle with them. Ooh, Sakuya is cool! Indeed. Sakuya would be way better king than you. Ah, but of course. Sakuya, don't let your guard down. Ugh. How dare you strike at me while I'm speaking, you clown? Are you okay? Did he get you? Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Mirokaku will take care of all your scrapes and bumps with a twink and a wink. Oh! A familiar pair of white creatures tumble across the room and begin administering emergency care to Sakuya. It's not like I asked for this for anything. Can I borrow the first aid kit for a minute? Are you okay? Oh, great. I knew you'd be here, Ryuta. Thank you. Yeah. Let's help each other get out of here with you and Nageki and everyone. The king does not understand. Okusan, look out. He's coming from above. Ooh. That ungainly dance of yours is hardly something to show in front of the lady, your highness. Tell me what's happening? Things gotten a bit strange, haven't they? I knew you'd show up looking like a hero, Yuya. So Hitori was alright? Good. You're late, Sasuke. Enough galvanizing around while the rest of us fight, have you? Do Forgive me, dear brother. I was looking for somebody. And I was unfortunately delayed. Now then, let's get this idealistic king to step aside so we can get the magic lantern he's hiding from behind his throne. Oh, no. Wow, he's even more berserker than I am. I think we're gonna win this. Watch out. Someone's getting angry. Rampaging Okusan and the Hero Kyuya have gained the upper hand. Or have they? The king is still thrashing around an awful lot. Just a little more and we can win. Just one more. One more? Of course, I knew I'd forgotten something. Ooh. Do we have a choice? We're still a bird short. Fascinating. Fine work indeed. Each one possesses a physical tangibility indistinguishable from the real thing. Quite curious about this. How does he produce such a convincing illusion on multiple brains all at once? How has he gathered all these experiences and memories together? And how does he project them into the minds of his visitors? I certainly hope there is a better answer than magic. Hey, you there? You all by yourself? You look like you found something neat. Mind if I have a look? Ah, I see. So this place. That is to say, it seems that individual memories may resurface and manifest by themselves. I'm over here, kiddo. What are you talking to the floor? Oh, please pay it no mind. More importantly, why did you come here? I saw a faint light while I was wandering around the halls, and it led me here. Nice to meet you. I'm the migrant. What's your name? I do not have any name to give you. What's with the scary face? Did I say something wrong? Yes, you did. You are a migrant. Why do you need to know my name when you'll be soon wandering off again? Well, I do wander around a lot, but it doesn't mean I can't make friends, does it? Don't mind me then. Go make some. Oh, come on. I mean, but I've got something to talk to you about. I'm sorry. Did I look like I'd make good conversation? What a terrible pity. No, hey, wait. Jeez, you're all grown up, but you still can't sit still long enough for me to finish a sentence. What did you say? You talk as if you know me, old man. You no longer know anything, do you? Yeah, I knew it. I wasn't sure, but I thought I remembered this scent. Hey, listen, you were my friend, right? You must be joking. No, nothing of the sort. Wasn't he, innit? Made all sorts of excuses, but I suppose I waited here hoping someone would get confused and end up here. Oh ho ho ho! Let us consider each other to be complete strangers. How does that sound? Oh, that's too bad. Migrants like myself never remember anything for long. It was not often we get to meet our friends from before. In any case, we're friends now. Yeah, that sounds... that is, oh, what's his name? Boring Pigeon's dad. The one that was, like, mates with Shu. The one who created the little yay people. And was involved in everything. This is unfair and I object. Now, this is awfully sudden, but even already? Where were you just complaining about before? Sorry. That's not what I meant. Do you want to get out of here? I'd like to go back to my travels, but the king here will throw a tantrum if anyone tries to leave. We're just some kids up ahead trying to do their very best to crack the egg. Maybe you can go give him a hand. I don't even have enough breath to sigh. You're asking me to help you leave, aren't you? Yes. I suppose I'm tired of wasting my time obsessing over the past. Very well. Now, as then, I'll go along with your thick-headed plans. Death blow. Barbarian upgrade. I thought with all that excitement earlier we'd taken the advantage, but now it doesn't look like that way at all. It'd be nice if we could open up even just enough of a gap for me to make it through to the tower on my own. I don't think it will be that easy as way too many heads. If only the fluffy tech was here, he can out-cheat anyone no matter how many heads they have. But I bet I'd love to get his lance at to creatures as creepy as this. Ah, he's completely taken the upper hand. Upper head, that is. Help, Dr. Owamane! There's no need to shout. I'm right behind you. Right. Doctor appeared out of nowhere, throws something chemical looking at the king. It smells extremely unhealthy. I knew you'd come through, Doctor, and with heroic timing too. Looks like you stole my thunder again. No doubt as you could compare to Dr. Iramano, mongrel. Doctor, we have a way to grow, I know. please. What's that? Something not unlike what I put in the tranquilizer gun I use for collecting live samples back home. So anesthetics. Causes tachycardia and paralyzes the central nervous system for a few minutes. Heretical. I'm going on ahead. Wow. You weren't heretical enough, Doctor. It was developed with earthly creatures in mind. It seems it's not so effective here. Cool. Oxide will use wing attack. Leave it to us. Sounds right. Keep him occupied so Bird and Nageki can head past the throne. What the migrant said is right. You're the one who can break us out of here. Go on, do your stuff and do it well. Okay, thank you. Alright, let's go. Come on, Nageki. Through the door the king was so eager to stop us from getting to, there is the lighthouse, a huge bright lighthouse we saw from the plaza, but the bridge is broken. Must have destroyed it. He doesn't want us to leave, does he? What do we do? I don't think I can jump that. I can fly. Oh, of course, because you're a pigeon. I completely forgot about that. I'll go. It's the lighthouse the king has tried to stop us from reaching at all costs. What could be waiting inside? I don't want to make Nageki go alone if I don't have to, but... What should we do? Cool, the king has multiplied. The case of gross asexual division. No one told us we were capable of this. Uh-oh. Nageki, the king's coming after us. Go quickly. I'll break some jawbones and be after you in a flash. Alone, but... Okay, see you. Later, Miss Lover. This is a false star. Souls of birds that are drawn by this magic lantern, this lighthouse unswallowed. They swell up and dream a happy dream. This lighthouse is a giant magic lantern. Everything Miss Lover and I saw we walked through the world was a fake, an illusion projected by the lighthouse. Yes, a fake, but it was fun, wasn't it? Ha 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 ha. The king waited here for the dark, tangible souls which the river of heaven deposited at the front door of his jeweled throne. The king was there when they arrived, and so it's no surprise to find him here, in the lighthouse he had tried so hard to prevent us from reaching. The king. Were you drawn here by the light, or were you the first king? I suppose it doesn't make a difference either way. You're one of the kings, and the kings are you. The king said you will become the king as well, don't you want to? I'll pass, and thanks. Not just me. Everyone who came here with me was already refused your offer. It was a little hard to deal with the big king throwing a tantrum back there. I'm glad I can talk with you now. Stay away from me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. You're trying to break the dream kingdom I built, aren't you? That's mean. I suppose so. Mean! But you've tried to help us shut in, and if you let us shut in, the others you've captured out of here won't break anything. I don't want to. The king said if the king did that, he would be all alone again. Meh. You're already alone, your majesty. You're afraid of what the others might say to you, so you absorb them into yourself, and now you're the only one here. I was always alone too, but I don't know how to return to the sky. I think I should have gotten on the train like you, but stayed on the earth. I spent a long time alone, burying myself in a fake world born of books. I had no one to talk to just like you. It was quiet and peaceful. I had no friends, so no one hurt me. But one day I started making friends. There were a whole bunch of nutcases. I can never tell what they'll say or do next. They're all loud and active. Just being with them tires me out. But I like them. I'm happy now. The stars on the planisphere glitter. I know what the king is afraid of. That won't do anything anymore. The planisphere isn't any good now. Indeed. You took one of the stars after all. The star you feared is the most here. The star is gone. I already absorbed it. So come on, just stop threatening me. You can't do anything. Yeah, I can. Yuck. Okay. The star on this board are here to burn through the king's lies. One of them is missing, but all I have to do is replace it. The bird souls shine like stars and should have at least one true gemstone with me. Ooh, you have a choice. The topaz, right? Hitori gave me the topaz. I got the other two from you. Be careful with that. Don't you realise what you're doing? Thank you, Hitori. I know what happened. You burned to death, didn't you? Aren't you scared of that? Why are you making yourself go through it all again? Dear Lord, I beg of you, look into the heart and hear my prayer. No, stop. You'll burn everything I've made. In my next life, don't let me waste myself. Let me use my body for true happiness of everyone in the world. The glittering crystal forest, the warm, frenzied plaza, everything will disappear. And the scorpion burst into flame, a brilliant crimson glow, and by the light of his burning body, he lit up the light forever. I am that scorpion now. I would burn 100 times for my friend's happiness. I like the way it was meant to be thinking. I was just like, it's the yellow one. Oh yeah, it's all burning. I suppose the king's favourite book when he was alive was the same as mine. An artist in the heavens, the light of the scorpion flame guiding those lost in dark towards the dawn. So the king's story comes to a close with the story of love. Nothing to fear. I already burned like this once. The scorpion burns a bright crimson flame, and the dream ends. You burned to death once, I don't mind. What'll happen after I've burned again? I hope the others get out of here safely. You're coming too, Nageki. Sorry I'm late. I got delayed while I was climbing. Miss Lover, it's dangerous here. Get back. Come on, I fought beasts and climbed the lighthouse. Come on, take my hand, quickly. We're going home together. King stopped. Watch out, kids. The building's coming down. It sure feels like the final scene now, huh? I don't know what exactly he did, but Nageki certainly hasn't cut any corners. So what do we do? I'd rather not get turned into a pancake underneath the castle. Coming so far. The room with the chair was all that was here. In the beginning, and it won't collapse. We're safer. Cool! Oksana's falling! Oksana's falling! Look, we're heading for the Milky Way. We'll be out soon. What of the lover of Fushiro? Did they make it? They're probably fine. Bird's good hunter-gatherer instincts will guide her through whatever it takes. Merry Christmas! It's the great escape! Stop clinging to me, you two. It's uncomfortably warm. Which way's up? Which way is down? I feel so light. Tori? Oh, is that right? I know, but it's still too soon. That's right. I'll be along soon. I'll catch up with you. Someday. Let's go, Hitori. The power of friendship. Nageki and Hitori untangled from the king's wreckage and I fall through the stars. We touched down in a field of silver grass. It's like nothing we saw inside the Ed or the beautiful Dream Kingdom. Bird, Futa. I'm so glad we made it out okay. Yeah, and we knew you'd get out just fine, Bird. And you too, Nageki. You did really well. It must have been hard. I'm fine. Cool, Nageki is tough. He has the soul of a buff, manly man. I don't want to think about where we would be now if you two hadn't broken through back there. I'm really quite grateful. Thank you, Nageki. Okay. You call yourself a hero of justice? You can't even get by without relying on your juniors, can you? That's a little harsh. I've never seen anything like this before either. Can't you cut me a little slack? You are too sloppy. You never manage to do anything without slipping up. But I suppose there's no harm in considering there has to be some value in your efforts to rescue us. Well, thank you. You alone make all this worth it. Merry Christmas! Spear and Kaku will praise you too. Merry Christmas! GG! GG! Hey there, looks like everybody's together again. Oh, Mr. Migrant. Oh, come on, do you have to look so angry, old friend? Forehead's gonna end up permanently creased. Wait, you two know the doctor? Nah, we're complete strangers. Ouch, that's cold. Anyway, let me introduce my new friends. Over here, guys. More of the pushy peasants. I've heard enough out of you lot. Don't worry, they're all going back to being migrants like me. Ah, my shoulders are so stiff. That was a long nap, man. I could eat a horse. Oh, wow, what a dream, wow. Objection! Hey, don't go stealing my lines. The birds the king had absorbed? Yeah, that's them. We're gonna go back to the wandering the night sky. You too, of course. I don't want to, I'm scared. Where'd he come from? Mr. King, you're way too quiet. I didn't even realize you were here. I'm so tiny now. Just leave me alone. That's no good. If we left you on your own here, you'd just do the same thing again, wouldn't you? Besides travelling, the stars isn't that bad. You just don't need to be scared. You're lying. I don't know where the train will go either, do you? Nope. That's what travelling's all about. Wah. You made the king cry, mister. You meanie. Wait, you mean me? Since when am I the bad guy? Just like you are now. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean it like that. When we return our names to the stars, we're leaving on a journey into the night. We make all sorts of memories while we're alive, right? Good ones and bad ones. All that baggage is too heavy. We can't carry it with us into the next lives. So we journey through the night sky, letting our memories go a little bit at a time. I don't want to. Forgetting is scary. But if you keep clinging onto your memories, you can never be reborn. We're like stones washing down a river. You might start out as a big jagged lump, but as you keep washing along, you get worn out until you're round and smooth. The sparks of your corners chip off are what makes the stars shine. And you've journeyed through the night sky until you can't get any rounder, and you can turn into an egg and fall back to earth. Back there again? I don't want to be reborn, Mr. King. No, I don't want to go through that all again. Come on, it won't be too bad. I guess it might be. You never know. You made him cry again. The King's Station. The King's Station. Leaving on a journey, heading home. This is the line for you either way. This is the Earth 7 cross line, that's right. The train to the Earth will be coming next. Don't get on the wrong one. It's the train. Come on before it leaves. Come with us, Your Highness. Would you like a caramel? Beautiful scenery, jolly companions. What a wonderful day. Come on, let's go. Alright. I completely forgot. Come here for a second, old friend. Please don't act so familiar. Let me give you a present before I leave. Proof of our friendship. Give me a minute. What do I have? I can never keep my things straight. Indeed. Always picking up useless GUNARs. You never know. Put them in order. Here we are. I picked this up in Orion's belt. It's a fossil. Look at it. Isn't it cool? It's huge. Are you a child? Hey, geology is fun too. You should try going on an excavation sometime. I bet you'd love it. I shall. Keep it in mind. And you. Me? Let me give you this amber. Isn't it pretty? Yeah, but why are you giving it to me? I actually meant to give it to you a long, long time ago. Sorry, I've got to go. Take care of your mother, okay? It's his daddy. All aboard the Southern Cross. Are we missing anyone? What about me? Oh, I completely forgot. We fought the king with all we had so we could all go home, including Nageki, but maybe that's where he needs to go. What do you want to do, Nageki? I want to stay on Earth for a little longer. There's still so much I want to see. Maybe this is greedy of me. Maybe I'm being selfish like the king. But there's still important things I need to remember. I can't release memories into the night if I don't have them. So I want time until I remember everything, or replace it with new memories. I don't know, kiddo. We never recommend haunting as a death style choice, you know? Too easy to go all black and bitter. You mean Nageki could turn into something like the king? I really don't think he would do that. If I start turning bad, I'll get the same train as the king. Is Nageki not allowed to stay with us? Like I said, I can't recommend it, but you said you've lost your memories? If you don't have any ill will left over from your lifetime, you'll probably be okay. And mister, you burnt your free pass. You don't look like you've got any other tickets. You'll have to wait until they're reissued anyway. So Nageki can. But now we can go back to Earth. Alright. Yay, I'm so glad, Nageki. For better or for worse, I suppose. This is definitely for the better. You wanted to go home yourself, after all. And if the conductor tried to force you, he would have gotten a taste of my right hand straight uppercut combo anyway. Hey now, I'm not looking for trouble. What's a human girl doing at a bird station anyway? This is all getting kind of weird. This is getting weird. This is the point they think that it's getting weird. Last goal for the Southern Cross. Train's pulling out. Train climbs upwards into the sky. I hope the king and the others have a nice trip. Come on, everyone, let's go home. We release our unhappy memories and are born again. I can't escape mine. I can only go on and make more. But when I touched his wing... And that's all for your sophomore year. Take care, everyone. So that's the end of the semester. I guess we have spring break now, but we have to plan ahead for the exams, so it's not exciting. Cool, release! Ah, glorious release! Until we meet again, loyal friends. I wonder what kind of class I'll be in next year. I hope we're together again. That would promise to be another unpleasantly noisy year. I hope you all will have learned to behave yourselves by then. Cool, Oxad is always behaving himself. You're the worst of the lot. Hey Bird, are you doing anything over the weekend? The weekend aside from Sunday morning TV? No, why do you ask? I was wondering if we could meet up. Of course. Gosh, you don't have to be so formal. I guess that's true. I'll send you an email, okay? See ya. Merry Christmas! Have you two not another flask over? I keep telling you not to keep running around the infirmary. Merry Christmas! Miri and Kaku didn't do anything. Huh? I'm sorry. My wind slipped. Well, the last one I seem to expect it to break something, Doctor. I was thinking about things. In any case, I've lost my concentration now. I think I would do well to take a little air. I shall leave early. He seems to be recovering a lot more slowly than me. I wonder if we saw something particularly terrifying in that dream. Anyway, time to clean it up. Could you two get me the broom? Merry Christmas! Last time my grand plans were swept aside for some unrelated, thoroughly ridiculous incident, but today I settled the score. You shall have a front row seat for the second unveiling of my wonderful masterpiece now. Prepare yourself, Isasuma. The artistic weapon I should unveil today is... Your target isn't here. Not so young, kiddo. What? What kind of name is that? I'm offended. Your Romani Shue went home. There's nothing for you to do here. What rotten luck. This is too much. Where does he live? I'll break through his window if I have to. And the commander, Snow Demon Sage, falls. Overcome with anger, the disciple of the Violent Rose reached out to the forbidden... Wait, Angel. Didn't the disciple of the Violent Rose go across the border to train himself in the last chapter? Even if the Snow Demon Sage loses, it won't take a while for him to find out. I see, yes, that is correct, Double-out. That is a terrible contradiction. It stinks of the demon spores. These demon spores sure are scary, Angel. Come on, let's think about how the disciple of the Violet Rose should make his fall into the darkness, okay? Very well, in accordance with the contract of old. You two are awfully noisy. Quiet in the library. Right. The day and the night slept. Finn. Ooh, so we've... That's it! Ugh! Well, it wasn't as insane as the last story, as the main one, but it's cool. I enjoy it. It's just weird enough to keep me interested. So we've got a couple of things. So we've done these. Oh, move. I mean, I could just do this. Yeah, so we've got this, that, and that, which we've done. Alright, well, it looks like we're doing that one first, because I think you collect it. Preliminary inspection. The greatest event in Bird's high school career, the field trip. A little before every birdie puffs up their chests with excitement, the professors of Saints Pigeonations go to do a preliminary inspection. Itori, Kazuki, and Shu walking around Kyoto. It's a pigeon-oriented tour. Do they feed, like, all the things? Ah! I forgot that was the teacher. It's been a while since we travelled like this. Do we go to Kyoto every year? I believe so. I went abroad once, but travelling has gotten harder with all the efforts being made to prevent the spread of infection. Wait, what? Airplanes scare me. I'm glad we didn't do that anymore. And Kyoto has all kinds of nice foods. I can't wait. We're only here for one night and we've got a lot of ground to cover. Let's make sure we don't waste any time. The group activities for the first day would be lunch lunch after we arrived in the Rockadao. After that, 2 hours of free time. Oh yeah, Tori's the black one that was white in the first game, but something happened. So he changed what he looked like. I think that was it. We have to make sure we're prepared for the trip. Apparently there's a shop in the entertainment district called Jiju that sells really good buffets. And after that, Yakuza Shrine. It might be better to have everyone meet up somewhere near Business District instead of going back to Rockadao. That'll give everyone a little more free time. What do you think, Doctor? A lot of them would probably go to Kyogo. That seems reasonable. And there's a cute candy shop near Kurogama. Let's confirm where we'll stop the bus and check how long it'll take to walk from there. It doesn't look like it's too far, judging by the map. I'll keep track of the time. Shall we go? I think so. It's very helpful to have you along, Professor Uzun. Ramoon is supposed to be really good at telling this time of year too. Wait, what? Wait, Uzun, Romani, don't leave me behind. Walking from Karasuma to Kawahara does take a long time. Koreao liquors, Dictionary dry goods, all these look pretty old buildings. It's a very secluded neighbourhood. We'll have to make sure the students don't get too carried away as we're going through. The whole city is like this, aside from the business district. A killing or an abduction could happen at any of these streets and no one would ever know. Let's try to keep the threatening conversation to a minimum while travelling, okay, Doctor? They say old demons are attracted by that sort of thing. Demons? There are any chance I'd love to take one home to examine. Wait, I haven't been here for half a day. Let's have some tea. Ah, thank you. Maybe I should have Romani take a look at me and make sure I'm doing okay. I'm here to prepare for a field trip. I have no obligation to look after you. Zine. Yep. Just a little longer and we'll stop for lunch, okay? Let's go. We've walked a long way. The only thing left to head is the inn. Ah, what is it? You sound as if you regret ever being born. I do think I should have been born. Zine, Romani's picking on me again. Oh yes, that would seem so. Yes, what happened? Spit it out. You're being a waste of time. I forgot the reservation slip for the inn. You forgot the slip? Oh no, and the map was with it. You were the one who said you could carry these things. I'm sorry. What was the inn called? At any rate, I can call ahead and then... There's no need to be alarmed. Reservation is in the school's name. We should be fine if we just show them our IDs. That's true. If we can just find it. It's the same place as last year. Do not worry, I remember where it is. Ah, perfect. I'm really sorry. I really should just die. Wow, you may teacher. Do you want to just jump off right here? No, if I did that, I'd die. Zune? Zune? What is it? Oh, good. You're awake. I wasn't. You just woke me up. Don't talk like that. It's scary. We're friends, aren't we? But this is work. We're in the inn now. It's okay. What is it? If you don't go to sleep soon, you won't be able to wake up tomorrow. I need to go. Good night. Zune. Go by yourself. There aren't any ghosts here. This is Kyoto. There are definitely ghosts. Even if they are, they won't eat you or anything. You don't have any sixth sense. It's fine. Good night. Zune. It's time for the St. Pigeonation sightseeing tour. We'll just go for a little while. We'll have time. This episode mentioned plenty of places from the real world. Since we're here, we'll be introducing a few of the pigeon-relevant locations in Kyoto. You're going to do some explaining too. You were just here for the preliminary inspection. I can't. All I did was follow you and Romani around. The doctor already went home. He said he's busy and done one overtime. I guess I'll just go ahead by myself. Wait, don't leave me behind. Kyoto is amazing, by the way, like in real life. First Rockadao, Prince Shatuku bathed here and had the temple built. He bathed here and had it built? That sounds a little strange. If you're interested, look it up online. It's a place with a lot of history, so you should be able to find plenty of information. Rockadao is the centre of the city and easily accessible from Kyoto and Hawara stations. Here, take a look. Confusing guide to Rockadao. 3 minutes from there, 5 minutes from there. A local resident. Here we go. This map is confusing. Get lost trying to follow it. You'd get lost trying to follow a proper map too. We're introducing Crocodile because, as you can see, there are lots of pigeons inside the compound. You can even get fortune slips with doves. They also sell pigeon hand towels and flyers and things. Do they have any quails? Nope. You can buy birdseed if you want to try touching them. Doves here are used to humans and very aggressive. They'll charge you in a flock if they see a bag of seeds. You might want to wear long sleeves if you have delicate skin. What? Wait. Don't take the whole bag. Come back. Yeah. I'll introduce one more place. I know this one. Your enemy in Honolulu, right? Yes, this is Honolulu, famous for the Honolulu incident, where one of Oba Noppadunga's generals forced him to commit suicide in the temple. It's about 20 minutes by foot from Crocodile. It's a little bit far, so you might want to take the train instead. It's one stop. There are pigeons here too. This time I'll touch them without having them steal my seeds. No, there's no pigeons. There aren't? Why are we introducing it? The thing we're introducing is actually this. The Dove Perch Temple. It's called Kyukiao Dao. It's certainly a very dovey place. What is it? Kyoko Dao is a Japanese stationery shop with a history over 300 years long. Wow. It's right in front of the Honolulu. 300 years, that's hopefully persistent. I should learn from it. As the name suggests, there are various dove-themed ornaments throughout the interior of the shop. 300 years of a shop, like that's impressive. And of course, there's dove stationery. Sometimes they switch it out as a seasonal product, so make sure to check ahead of time. That's all for now. Thanks for sticking around. It was a very pigeon-relevant tour. Kyoto is practically made of historical sites and tourist draws, so there's no real need for us to introduce the famous places. If you look, you'll find plenty of information already available. That's true. And there's lots of wonderful things to see. Star clucks. Is something odd just get inserted in there? Also, this information is from July 2012. Make sure to get confirmation before planning a trip around it. Alright, I'm going to enjoy Kyoto to the fullest. I think it's some sign candy. I like that. This is 2012, by the way, so you might want to check first. When I come to, the store is closed. Got achievement. Welcome to Kyoto. Albert's secret. Albert is the crow employed as Sakuya's butler. Apparently Yuya doesn't care for him. The super agent is mobilizing his resources to investigate the butler. Yes, this is terribly suspicious. A footprint here, another here. I didn't want to consider this possibility, but perhaps. Salutations, Sakuya. Bah, these idiots will come crawling out of the woodwork as soon as the frost melts. And by idiots, I mean you. Harsh from the get-go as always. Come on, you can't show me one of your happy springtime smiles? Doesn't your young heart feel joy and gallantly in turn of the seasons? Why should I smile because it is spring? You're gibbering nonsense as always. What am I supposed to be, the March Hare? Anyway, what do you want? I don't remember inviting you. In any way, forbidden beats by father to speak with you? Don't worry, I know. I'm going to be moving to college next week. I won't be too far away, but I thought I'd drop by to let you know. Why would I care where you live? Were you hoping for a surprise housewarming? Well, you know, as your brother, I'd be really happy to have you drop by once in a while to hang out. If you feel like it, you know. Do you mean to insult me, mongrel? Hardly, but of course I don't. Anyway, my address is on here. If you need any help with anything, just let me know. Even if I ever did, you'll be the last person I'd ask. I'd like to think it'd come in handy in a pinch at least. More like you show up and act you've got everything under control, but then, in the end, completely useless. Why don't you just get your act together already? Sharp words! Oh, sharp words. Not that I mind. In that case, why not give me a call when you're in trouble? What are you talking about? Do you have time to be Master Sakuya? Ah, Albert. What is it? Your afternoon tea is ready, sir. But you appear to be busy, so I shall leave it till later? No, I should take it now. Pray this imbecile no mind. Understood, sir. Right. We are brothers, no need for formality. That is not what I meant. Will you be staying here for tea, Master Yuya? Again, I'm confused. I'm trying to do the voice and just completely messing up. This is like, doing this is, it may sound really shit, but it's like, it's helped me for like D&D and stuff. You know, in a way to practice is do it, innit? It's the, try not to go overboard with it, but just put enough of a twist on it so you know who's who. Now I'll pass. I'm on my way to meet someone. Nice talking to you, Sakura. Adieu. Now, where is that man in the yellow crest? Ah, there he is. Sorry to keep you waiting. Not at all. You're just in time, Sasuke. Sit down. I'll make this quick. The info you quested came in. I had him do a background check on Albert. The crow working for the LaBelle family. That was fast. What did you turn up? Just as you thought. He's not a butler. Had you already found something out? No, it's just a hunch. How do you feel comfortable around him? Will you poke around into his history because you don't like his personality? Hardly. I'm not that childish. You can feel the tension just by standing next to him. He doesn't feel like a servant at all. Is he a spy? Takes one to know one, does he say? No, but you're not far off. He's an assassin. What? Who's he targeting? The head of the family or... Calm down, youngster. He's been with the LaBelle family for more than 5 years. If he was after one of them, he would have done it and been years ago. But he could be waiting for a signal. Can't really argue with that. Sit back down, Sasuke. Killing isn't his job. Confronting him without knowing his target or client is too risky. Sorry, just let me know if anything else turns up. That's better. Know your opponent before you strike. His full name is Albert Allen Alakin. People from the community know him as the Faceless Triple Ace. Sounds like something out of an RPG. His high success rate has earned him a reputation, but he doesn't stick out with one client long. Not many people know what he looks like. That's where he comes from. I think he'll turn up now of all times. Have you met him before? No, not in person. An old friend and co-worker went up against him in his final mission. That's all. Happens a lot if you stick around long enough, don't sweat it. I remember it. Right. Don't give up on anything because it's him. But just stay cautious and investigate everyone involved with the LaBelle family. I'm going to stake out the mansion. I'll let you know if anything happens. Now I've been standing here for a few days and nothing's happened. What is he up to? Every night he comes out and stands completely still right here. Is he watching for intruders? I can't read him at all. Directly above him is a window. It's like a bathroom. He wouldn't be standing there for some sort of sick voyeurism, would he? Bathrooms always been good places to commit extra messy sorts of crime. Could he be standing here because... Sharp dagger appears in his wing and he takes off. You think I'll let you? Master Yuya? I'm aware you do not like me. May I ask you not interfere with my work all the same? Talk now. Who hired you? Who's your target? I'm not permitted to say, forgive me. If you won't talk, then I'll make you. Unfortunately, it is time for me to go back to work. If you have some business with me, then please call again. Sakuya, run Sakuya. It was a success. Well done. Did you take them alive? They surrendered as soon as they saw my blade. I took them without injuring them as you directed me. Merry Christmas! No, don't hurt us! I knew it was you, retrobrates. You feel the back of my hand for the justice of this. First I shall... Get away from him, Sakuya. What are you doing here? Albert is after your life. Get out of here. Merry Christmas! What is happening? You seem to have misunderstood. These white things have been infiltrating and making use of my bathroom for the past few days. I've asked Albert to capture them in the act. Infiltrating? Merry Christmas! What a nice bath it is. Mira and Kira's favourite. That doesn't mean you can't just come in and use it. But wait. Do you know who he is? What on earth are you talking about? Albert is my butler. Nothing more, nothing less. I saw him with a dagger. I told him he could threaten into submission if they resisted. Sakuya, he's an assassin. And? You already knew? Correct. What's going on here? You know who he is, but you keep him around? Yes, that's right. Is there something wrong with that? Of course there is. A professional assassin wouldn't place himself in an aristocrat's household for fun. He must be after you or your father. There's no other way. Ah, I see. You've misunderstood terribly and came here to tell me about it. How like the commoner you are. Merry Christmas! Things are getting complicated. Mira and Kara don't know what to do. Merry Christmas! Mira, Kara, and sit here and say nothing until you finish talking. Please do. This will take some time. Shall I explain to Mr. Yuya for you, sir? No, it's fine. I will do it. Certainly sounds like I'm missing something. I would love if you could clue me in. What an assassin is doing in the Bell household. Who is he working for? As you can see, he is working for me. As a butler and as an assassin. Have you sunk that far into intrigues of nobility? No. Don't lump me with the fools who can't get anything done without sneaking around in the shadows. But you employ an assassin. That's right. An assassin needs a target. Who are you after? Master Sakuya. What? I knew it. I can't let you live. Good gracious. Calm down before someone gets hurt. Let me tell you the story from beginning to end, then maybe you'll understand why I keep him with me. It must have been about 6 years ago. I was still living in the mansion in France. Albert arrived just as the last leaves were falling at the start of winter. Apparently, he'd been referred by the head butler, and so he was hired. My first impression was disturbingly elaborate apparatus. He'd always businesslike, and after a while I started to doubt he had emotions of his own, while he was the most capable of servants. His cold demeanour made him hard to approach. He was a little questionable for a butler. Even other servants found him distasteful. I felt some respect for his capability, though. He would wait for anyone else and only go to bed after everyone was asleep, or maybe he never slept at all. I don't think anyone saw him fall asleep. Good night, Mrs. Curia. What about you, Albert? What about me, sir? Are you going to sleep? You were late on an errand for our father last night, were you not? It was nothing, sir. Please, do not concern yourself with me. In any case, he worked hard. He never missed detail. He was strong and he was smart. If it weren't for his attitude, he would have been the perfect butler. He could have easily handled the work of 10 people. Soon the servants who had always trailed after me grew fewer and fewer until it was just Albert and me. The incident happened on a snowy night. Father, mother, and the other children had been invited to a party across the border. I was entrusted with the house and the preparations for the assembly we were planning to hold in the mansion soon after. It was a great honour. Father had already singled me out as his favourite for the succession. It was an opportunity for me to gain some experience I would need as the next head of the family. But there were others who didn't think so well of me, so on a snowy night it seemed to have a perfect chance to get rid of me once and for all. Let me go, who are you? Such fine plumage. You are the 4th son of the Bell family, yes? Who's asking? Unhand me, villain. There are some people who feel that your life places them at a disadvantage. And you are so young, what a pity. But this is my job, and you've only got your blood to blame. The blade, grown cold as ice in the winter air, neatly severs the carotid artery. Brilliant red spills quite across the hard floor. But it wasn't from me. Albert? This was not the most desirable outcome. An assassin who had pinned me against crumpled silently to the floor. Standing on the other side of the pool of blood was a black crow. Albert wiped the blood from his blaze and knelt by the corpse. I must thank you, Albert. If only been a few seconds later. Yes, a few seconds later, and I had been able to fulfill my contract. Albert was leaning over the body, but I couldn't see his face. It was probably as blank as always. But unfortunately, it appeared that my client has voided the contract anyway. This is the same paper that was given to me. I won't be removing you now, Mr. Securia. Gruesome intrigues aren't uncommon among the powerful elite. It was the first time I've been involved in one myself. But I heard the police people I've met at parties, or the like disappearing, being murdered, or having suspicious accidents, any number of times. But I didn't understand. An assassin was targeting me. Albert killed the assassin, but Albert was targeting me as well. Was this just a fight over prey? You came here to kill me? Yes, sir. That was my intention. The client has violated the contract, so I no longer have any reason to do so. I have a matter of questions to you, Albert. You will answer them. All pacts of confidentiality have been voided by the client's violation. What do you want to know? He remained as distant as ever while I questioned him. Apparently the circumstances were as follows. There were 5 children by 5 different mothers in the LaBelle household. An elder sister, an elder brother, twin brothers, and me. The LaBelle family had always been chosen as heirs on their own ability, and I, the youngest son, was clearly their favourite. My stepbrothers were not going to take that lying down. The mother of the eldest brother had hired Albert to infiltrate the mansion under the guise of a butler and wait for the opportunity to kill me. That night she became impatient. She had hired another assassin independent of Albert. You slipped in as a butler, told you were ordered, never killed, but you were hardly treated as a stranger. If she wanted to kill me, it wouldn't have been more than certain just to wait for you to finish me off. I do not understand why she should bring in another assassin. I can only guess the client has become impatient. I have been with you for longer than I estimated, so perhaps she feared her plot had been exposed. It would seem I did not gain her complete confidence, and that I regret. Do you mean to say she was afraid that you, having grown close to me, were unable to carry out your orders? And so she brought an unrelated third party? I am terribly sorry I was not able to deliver the full value to her. But she has given the signal I would have been able to complete the contract any time. But he was detached as ever, unconcerned with the very target he was speaking to. Perhaps his black feathers really do hide a machine, with no flesh and blood at all. Strangely, his calm was infectious. It was amusing, and at the same time allowed me to remain composed while I considered my own position. The client contracted me to take care of you, Mr. Securia, but at the same time interfered with my work for giving me the signal to act. Had you died, I would have been able to complete the contract. Well, it's true. The only man can rest without fear of an assassin's blade in his own grave. Must Curious remain alive if he is to be assassinated? I took care of the gentleman here to preserve the state of affairs. You mean it wasn't out of your devotion and love? Oh, don't mince your words. Indeed. Now then, do you have any more questions? I fear it is time for me to depart. You're leaving our service? As I mentioned, the client annulled our contract by calling in a third party. I shall be returning to my unusual world until I am called upon by my ex-client. Wait, you couldn't be rehired and come after me again? I cannot say. That would depend on who approaches me. I was sure after the night's event of what I had suspected all along. He's probably thrown away whatever emotion he was born with a long time ago. He followed his own rules with the utmost perfection, and beyond that, nothing. He would leave the mansion and be hired to target me again. He would kill me without hesitation or remorse. Wait, Albert. I shall not allow you to leave. Stay. I am not a butler, Master Secure. This mansion is not made for me. I will hire you. If you mean as a butler, then you mean I must refuse. If an assassination are you after, then we can talk. If I let him out of my sight, he will surely become a threat. I have to keep him here. I cannot hire him as a butler. Bodyguard? No, he wouldn't accept that either. Meaning? Yes, Albert, I want you as an assassin. And who will I be targeting? Me. You? That's right. Is that not allowed? I cannot think of any precedent, but there's no reason it should not be. In that case, I order you to remain in the LaBelle household under the guise of a butler and await my signal. Okay. Let us write up the contract. In other words, I am Albert's client, his targets as well. Clever, don't you think? It does let you keep him by, provided you don't give that signal. Besides, Albert is excellent. If someone else in the mansion were to make an attempt on my own life, he would protect me with his own. After all, he can't kill me if I'm already dead. Indeed. That sounds pretty hair-trigger kind of relationship. But at the same time, it's a good way of keeping tabs on an otherwise dangerous assassin. I don't know, it still bothers me. Just who do you think I am? Any true aristocrat needs to have a dangerous pawn or two on hand. I don't like you, Albert. But Scurry seems to have to sort it out. If you do end up hurting him, I'll hunt you to the ends of the earth and back. Remember that. Understood. Merry Christmas! Everyone looks so serious. Miracani can't handle this kind of pressure. Merry Christmas! We'll make our own escape while distracted. Hooray! Get back here, you two. I haven't lectured you yet. Merry Christmas! After them, Albert, catch them and bring them back here. Understood, sir. Well. I'm going to do one of these and see how long it is. If it's not very long, we'll do more. Pigeonation's question box. I'm Ryuta, in charge of the question corner. You think I could tell what I'm doing here by name, but since I'll explain. How and why question box? I'll be answering letters you've all sent in. Not just questions though, it looks like we'll be doing shout-outs. It's pretty relaxed, bear with us. Because of this first time, make sure to pick things which don't spoil the BLBL routine for the full version. If you haven't finished it yet, spoiler, landmines can be scary. But don't worry, there'll be those here. Let's get started. Historic moment, everybody. If you get married to Hayato, you'll be the one wearing the wedding dress, right? You see, awfully sure about this. Actually, Hayato told me about her dream of wedding a long time ago. Oh, okay, so yeah, this is just bird love. Let's see. Did birds' lifespans change when they were ascended? Oh, right, okay. I don't know what life expectancies were like before, but some have increased over the past 100 years. Larger parrots were always long-lived, so it didn't change much. Smaller birds, like quails and things, live several times as long. Doves still have much shorter lives than humans, though. That's just how it is. Oh, we're getting gloomy. Let me change the course. Let's regroup in the next letter. To Kyoto. Kyoto. Nice to meet you. I have lost my heart in your wild lifestyle. Being a hunter-gatherer must be hard. Have you ever had trouble with some particular animal, or had to live through something really difficult? I was told to answer anything for Hiyoko as much as I could. Hyoto's really something. She's been wild and rugged ever since she was very young. I've admired her too. She never really complains. I'm not sure how I know of anything that's really given her trouble. One thing I can think of would be the time her den got hijacked. Got invaded by jackals when she was at school. It looked really tough. As long as there are living creatures, there will always be turf wars. She said the fight with the boss jackal lent entirely new meaning to the phrase domestic violence, so maybe it's a good example of a quarry which gave us trouble too. Then again, in the end, they reconciled and was welcomed into the tribal as a brother, so maybe it was more of a pair of Yankees. Okay, yeah, this is trash. Okay, I could always do the radio and stuff if people want, but that's if people want. Oh, there's... Okay. Oh, they're the picture box. Oh, yeah. Alright, so it's the Bucks. Oh, that's cool. Albert, dude. Leone. Oh, that's the bad guy. Oh, these are the different pictures from them. Different constellations. Oh, them two. Oh, they'll be for doing all the things. Yeah, so let me know if people want me to do the extras, but I think I'm losing my mind, and I don't think I can go through that radio show. I think I might actually lose it. But there, anyway. Merry, Merry Christmas. Let me find a good picture. There we go. Yeah. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you found it interesting. The insanity that is the birds. It didn't go as mental as the main game. If you haven't seen the play for the main game, that is on my YouTube, and I'll be adding these on soon after. Soon after this, probably part 1. I might do Christmas Eve, part 2 Boxing Day. Just keep it Christmassy. So yeah, you can always check them out there. Watch them afterwards. Watch them in your own time. If you're watching them after this, well, obviously not with me live. I hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, if you want me to go through all the extra stuff, I will be more than happy to oblige. Just, you know, get in touch and let me know. As far as next week, my plan was to have Monday as a sort of backup if I needed it for this, but we're done. So, yeah, I don't know. Keep an eye on my YouTube what I'm going to do next week, because with the new rules in place, I think they've massively changed everything. So, I'm not really sure what my plan is next week. I think it means I'm stuck here, which probably means I'm going to end up doing some streaming. But of what? Who knows? And then in the new year, I am starting Opagin. I'm going to do a bit of overhaul of my stream. I've got some big stuff planned. So, yeah, as always, thank you very much for coming and watching and engaging and all that stuff. As always trying to improve stuff. Please let me know what you want me to see, what you want to see me play. What you'd like me to do. Like I said, for now, over the next couple of weeks, probably it'll be odd stuff, random times, nothing strict. Probably I'll probably go do a bit more deep rock and stuff like that. So just keep an eye out, and please engage, join in. And if anybody else streams or just wants to do some multiplayer stuff, please let me know. You'll be a little bored otherwise. But yeah. Lots of love. Bye bye. If we ask around, we should find some eyewitnesses. Sounds good. What? Huh? Some glass object splinters with a monumental crash behind us as we make for the exit. I turn around and... Yeah, it's these! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! If we ask around, we should find